Purdue Global was built specifically for working adults, so earning a degree you can be proud of is achievable. If you want to start right away, you can. New terms start every month. If you want to go fast, you can. Some of our degrees offer an accelerated Excel track. If you want to go slow, you can. Our advisors can guide you. Whatever you're balancing, Purdue Global is invested in your success. Now is your chance to prove you've got what it takes. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Welcome back here to the pregame show. Purdue versus number 1 ranked Michigan coming up here at 6:35 tip-off. Time now for our out-of-town scores. And let's focus on men's Big Ten college basketball games here this evening. And there's 5 games on the slate. That first matchup, as we talked about, 7th-ranked Purdue hosting number 1 ranked Michigan. The 4 other games being played in the Big Ten, 3 of those other 4 have ranked teams involved in the matchup. The first one tipping off at 8:30 p.m. on Peacock. After this Purdue and Michigan matchup, you have UCLA 17-8 on the season, visiting 15th-ranked Michigan State 20-5. Then also at 8:30 p.m., 24th-ranked Wisconsin 18-7 on the year, visiting Ohio State 16-9 on the season. That game will be on FS1. At 9 o'clock on Big Ten Network, 9th-ranked Nebraska visiting Iowa. Nebraska 22-3 and Iowa 18-7. Then lastly at 10:30 p.m. on FS1, the Minnesota Golden Gophers 11-14 on the year, visiting Oregon, who are 9-16. When we return to the pregame show, we will have Coach Painter's pregame comments presented by Purdue Federal Credit Union. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Talking on the phone is difficult if you've been exposed to loud noises over time. Combat veterans, factory workers, farmers, gun and motorcycle enthusiasts can have trouble hearing on the telephone. Relay Indiana helps return clarity to your phone conversations. Relay Indiana also provides free loaned equipment to those who qualify. Get the CapTel caption telephone from Relay Indiana. Visit relayindiana.com now.
Success isn't built overnight. It's built by showing up, by being consistent, by the work you do when no one is watching. I'm Matt Painter, head coach of Purdue Basketball. You see, for me, it's never just about winning. It's about building relationships, earning trust, and leading with integrity. And that's exactly why I've trusted Purdue Federal Credit Union for the past 20 years. They're built on the same foundation. Purdue Federal Credit Union, official credit union for Purdue fans.
Federally insured by NCAA.
Lafayette Limo, family-owned, women-owned, serving Greater Lafayette for over 33 years. Shuttles to and from Indianapolis and O'Hare airports 365 days a year. Make your reservations now at LafayetteLimo.com. Charters of all sizes anywhere in the continental USA. Lafayette Limo, proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
Just sit back and let us drive. There's no need to compromise. Your ride to relaxation. Lafayette Limo.
Hancock County, Indiana, located just 15 minutes from downtown Indianapolis near I-70 and I-465, is open for business. Learn why we are one of the fastest growing communities in Indiana. With access to available land, infrastructure, transportation, and a regional airport, join other national brands like Amazon, Carvana, and Walmart, and discover why we are the best kept secret in central Indiana. This message brought to you by the Hancock County Economic Development Council. Visit us at HancockEDC.com or at 317-477-7241.
Boilermaker fans, did you know that Flex Technology Group helps leading-edge companies get out of the office printer and copying business? We're a legendary company with legendary people and a legendary platform that will help your business improve document workflow and increase business efficiencies. To learn more, visit our website, flextg.com. That's FLEXTG.com.
You've worked hard, and you've got what it takes. Purdue Global was built specifically for working adults, so earning a degree you can be proud of is achievable. If you want to start right away, you can. New terms start every month. If you want to go fast, you can. Some of our degrees offer an accelerated Excel track. If you want to go slow, you can. Our advisors can guide you. Whatever you're balancing, Purdue Global is invested in your success. Now is your chance to prove you've got what it takes. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Welcome back
everyone to Mackey Arena. Purdue and number 1 ranked Michigan here tonight. Let's talk to Coach Painter about this matchup. Coach's pregame comments are presented by Purdue Federal Credit Union. Purdue Federal Credit Union, proud to be the official credit union of Purdue Athletics. Discover the credit union difference at PurdueFed.com. A quick thought on the victory at Iowa before we look ahead to this huge matchup tonight, Coach Painter. As I went back and I looked at the stat sheet, something really jumped out at me. C.J. Cox attempted 10 shots in the game. He was the only boilermaker that attempted that many shots. Everyone else, outside of Oscar Clough, had at least 4 shot attempts. Everyone that played in the game scored. The point I'm getting at here is it felt like your entire team, from top to bottom, everyone that appeared in that game gave you something positive, which is exactly what you need this time of the year.
Yeah, and that's what, ultimately you want. Sometimes you can't do that, especially when you have big-time talent, like a Zach Edey, like a...
We're getting you set for Michigan and Purdue from Mackey Arena. Rob Joyce with you in the network studios with our first look at scores. We are at the start of a fairly busy night across the Big Ten. 4 other games on the docket, though none get underway for a couple of hours still. 8:30, Michigan State at home against UCLA after dropping 3 of 4. Spartans begin the night in a tie for 5th in the conference with Wisconsin. Remember, the top 4 seeds get triple byes in the Big Ten tournament. Start Friday, not Thursday. In this case, Badgers also in action at 8:30 on the road at Ohio State. Wisconsin ranked this week, checking in at 24th, first time in the AP poll since the 3rd week of the season in mid-November for the Badgers. 9 o'clock, Nebraska on the road at Iowa. Huskers right now tied for 3rd with Purdue coming into tonight, a half game behind Illinois for 2nd, a game ahead of that Michigan State-Wisconsin duo outside the top 4. Less impactful game at 10:30 out west between Oregon and Minnesota. Ducks just snapped a 10-game losing streak with a Saturday victory to improve to 2-12 in Big 12 play. They're technically tied in the Big Ten basement now with Penn State, the team they beat. And Minnesota, after losing at Washington, is now 4-11 in the league. Counting it down to Michigan and Purdue, a top 10 tilt, the highlight of a busy night nationally. We'll tell you about the other happenings next. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Champions Circle is the leading Michigan athletics fan engagement community. We connect fans with once-in-a-lifetime experiences, produce public and private events, offer club memberships, and operate an online retail store, selling exclusive apparel, trading cards, autographs, and other memorabilia featuring Michigan student athletes. To become a member or learn more about how you can support your favorite Michigan student athletes, visit championscircleUofM.com. Champions Circle is a proud sponsor of University of Michigan Athletics.
Some things you really shouldn't scratch.
Like mosquito bites. Ow!
Or my new car. But if you're itching for a little fun and a lot of cash, play the new Bonus Scratch Multiplier series from the Michigan Lottery. 4 instant games from $2 to $20 with bonus scratch areas on every ticket.
Bonus scratch?
Yep, you can multiply your winnings up to 200 times with top prizes up to $2 million.
Now that's a lot of scratch.
Plus $171 million in prizes. Play new Bonus Scratch Multiplier. It's instant fun for everyone. Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
The excitement, the passion, the tradition.
Walker turns, forces, misses. Michigan has won the national title!
This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Introducing Celsius, the energy you need for Michigan basketball. Pop open a can of Celsius and experience a refreshing taste made with proven ingredients, 0 sugar, and essential vitamins, helping you keep up with every play and celebration. Whether you're in the Chrysler Center or cheering from your couch, Celsius keeps you energized for every basket. Find Celsius at a retailer near you or at Celsius.com. Celsius. Live fit. Go.
Looking for resort-style living? Woodland Muse Apartments and Townhomes is located in the heart of Ann Arbor and offers everything you need to feel at home. You can check us out online at woodlandmuse.com or call us at 734-995-1000 to secure your new home today. That's woodlandmuse.com or 734-995-1000. Go Blue!
We are 15 minutes away to tip-off from West Lafayette, Michigan, battling Purdue. It is the highlight of a loaded Tuesday slate across the country. Top of the hour, a lot's happening. Nothing going on right now, but 7 o'clock, the slate is loaded. SEC leader number 12, Florida, puts its 5-game win streak on the line at home against a South Carolina team towards the bottom of the SEC standing. It's 10-2 in the conference against 2-10. Gators have won 10 of 11 since dropping its SEC opener to start the calendar year. Rivalry matchup in the ACC. 16th ranked North Carolina makes the short trip to NC State. Both teams 4 ACC losses coming in. Heels on a good run of form, though, having won 6 of 7 since a tough mid-January West Coast trip that saw them get swept by Cal and Stanford. They've rebounded since. Number 18, St. Louis is 24-1 on the year, winners of 18 straight games, and the Billikens are on the road tonight at Rhode Island. Billikens' only loss this year came in November in an MTE at the buzzer against Stanford. Elsewhere, ACC action at 7 o'clock. 21st ranked Louisville is on the road at SMU. Cardinals in search of a 20-win season, coming at 19-6 overall against an SMU team that should be fairly firmly in the tournament, 17-8 overall coming in. And then the 7 o'clock starts round out in the MAC. Miami is still undefeated. The number 22 Redhawks, 25-0, with a tricky game on the road tonight at UMass to round out the 7 o'clock tips. The other ranked games all involve Big Ten teams until late tonight in the Big 12. 11 o'clock tip for 13th ranked Texas Tech and Arizona State from Tempe. Red Raiders have won 3 straight games and are kind of on the fringes of the Big 12 race after back-to-back losses at UCF and Kansas. Have rebounded well, of course, knocking off then top-ranked Arizona in overtime on Saturday in Tucson. It's Michigan and Purdue here tonight. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll get the pregame thoughts of head coach Dusty May. After this, you're listening to Michigan Basketball from Learfield.
We asked our team, why did you choose to work for Michigan Medicine? Here are some of their answers.
Being able to interact with patients, offer them hope, and hopefully giving them care that they couldn't receive anywhere else is the biggest thing.
Because it's the best of the best. We have great benefits. We have great leadership.
I love what I do. This is a place where you want to be if you're looking to make change.
To our team, we say, thank you for choosing us. We shape the future of healthcare together at Michigan Medicine.
We are Laurentide Winery, founded by Michigan alums Susan and Will Bramer, and proud to bring you amazing wines made in Leelanau from 100% Michigan-grown grapes. This season, our award-winning wines debut at Chrysler and Yost Arenas. Laurentide is grateful to be part of your celebrations, dinners, and game day traditions, as each purchase helps support our engineering scholarship fund. Visit our tasting room or explore our wines at shop.laurentidewinery.com. Thank you, and go Blue.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You could save big when you bundle your auto, home, motorcycle, RV, or boat. Visit Progressive.com. This is the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
When I met both of them, it was like my missing pieces were found. Like it was just like an instant, these are my kids. If you're considering adopting a teen, just do it. Kids need families. I don't care the age. Everybody deserves a family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
My name is Teresa Barber. I was in the United States Navy, and I served overseas in the Middle East and Africa. Early on in my career, I had a commander that taught our suicide prevention training, and the very next day, he took his own life. 90% of suicide attempts involving a gun are fatal. My way of continuing my service is to help protect my community by being a responsible gun owner and by storing firearms safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
We're closing in on tip-off, so let's head into the Michigan locker room and hear from head coach Dusty May. With Coach May, here's Brian Bush.
Well, Coach, you mentioned that the number one ranking doesn't mean anything to you, but you've always talked about the value, the awesomeness of playing in a game like this. For this team, a team you've talked about, hey, they embrace, they understand what they have an opportunity to do. This has to be toward the top of the list, a game like this.
Absolutely, and that's one thing that gives me comfort is that our guys, they've risen to the challenge every stop. A deficit, hot opponent, whatever the case. They've been able to elevate their play, and we've been able to find contributions from so many different guys. But I respect our guys' competitive spirit so much that I know we're going in there to compete at a high level.
Braden Smith, you saw him 3 times last year. I don't know if that makes it easier or more difficult because you see how he ebbs and flows. What makes him such a unique scout?
He basically does whatever the game needs him to do. If they're down, he's capable of going on a 10-0 run himself. If they're up, he's going to continue to feed his guys and share it and make the right reads out of their ball screens. They just do a nice job of putting him in positions to make them all successful. They've got a real solid plan offensively that fits their personnel, that's well thought out and well executed.
Trey Kaufman-Wren averaged 20 a game last year. He's down to right around 12, 13. Is it simply just Oscar Clough comes in and they now kind of have to share and do some things differently? How have you seen the growth and the evolution of them on the interior with TKR and Clough?
Yeah, I think that's part of it. Obviously, when he was playing the 5, and I mentioned it in the radio show with Will Cheddar playing the 5 for us, how easy it is to get them involved and functioning as decision makers, playmakers, or scorers when they're playing the 5, because the opposing 5 they have to cover ball screens. They have to do so many different things. So whatever the case, it's just different. And now he's playing the 4, and he hasn't made a 3-point shot. And so typically 4 men need to be able to make a shot to score points. But even more importantly than that, they have better balance. It seems as though Cox and Harris and Benter, those guys, and Omar Mayer, those guys seem to have much more of a green light than the complimentary guys did last year, and it might be they've grown into that. I don't know the ins and outs and who they are on a daily basis, but it seems as though they're much more balanced across the board 1 through 9 than they were a year ago.
Lastly, defensively, what stands out?
Their energy and effort and physicality, and obviously when you're not giving up second shots at the rate they were last year. Last year, they didn't rebound the ball very well, and that's one of the reasons they changed, and one of the reasons TKR has made the sacrifice he's made, because you go from a first-team All-American getting touches, scoring 20-plus a game, to being a guy that's more of a rebounder, and even cited Dennis Rodman videos before he plays games as part of his inspiration. That's not common in today's climate with a McDonald's All-American who redshirted, and then it turns into an All-American, and then basically just says, you know what, I'll give all that up for the trust and belief that this is going to help us achieve their goals. And so it's going to be a battle of attrition, because he's as physical as there is.
Coach, good luck.
Thank you, Brian.
Head coach Dusty May. Terry's keys to victory, the lineups, and the opening jump next. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Hey, Wolverine fans, it's college basketball season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Alley Oops. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Michigan basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Michigan Wolverines. Let's go Wolverines! SeatGeek.
People can't have access to quality medical care without affordable health insurance. At Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, we understand increasing health insurance costs are becoming more of a strain on the budgets of the businesses and people we serve. Affordability matters. It affects real families, real decisions, and real care. That's why at Blue Cross, we're dedicated to finding solutions. To learn about this critical issue and our efforts to make healthcare affordable for all, visit mibluedaily.com/affordability today.
At Greenleaf Trust, we're prepared to help you win. Our clients, having achieved financial success in their own endeavors, come to us not for what they already know, but rather to benefit from our considerable expertise. With a nearly 100% client retention rate and specialized wealth management disciplines, Greenleaf Trust's team helps clients play the long game, from one generation to the next. A brighter future begins at greenleaftrust.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed, plus free home delivery with any bed and base. Ends Monday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Preseason number 1 versus current number 1. Michigan and Purdue from her usual sold-out Mackey Arena. Terry Mills, what are your keys to victory?
Well, number 1 is all about rebounding and blocking out. Find a boilermaker, put a body on them, get them out of there. Be the first to the floor, be first to the glass. This game's going to be won with physicality, and it's going to be won in the trenches. Defensively, number 2, it starts with Braden Smith. I mean, he's the straw that stirs the drink for this team. You got to stay attached to him at all times, know where he is, make it physical on him, make it hard on him. And last but not least is value to basketball. Turnovers, offensive rebounds are instant fuel for teams on the road and at home. If you want to get this fan base involved, you start giving up offensive rebounds, turnovers, you get them involved in this game, it could be a long night. So Michigan's got to handle that and avoid those turnovers for touchdowns. There's going to be turnovers that happen during the course of the game. Avoid live ball turnovers and avoid turnovers for touchdowns.
Last season, Michigan coughed it up 22 times here. They lost by 27. It wasn't the only issue, but it was a big one. Those are Terry's keys to victory. Time for the lineups. First for the homestanding Boilermakers, 7th in both polls, 21-4 overall, 11-3 in the Big Ten. As Terry alluded to, Braden Smith, the star, the point guard, is second nationally in assists per ball game. He, like Fletcher Lawyer, fellow guard, starting in his 136th game at Purdue. They have played and started in every game since showing up on campus. Also in the backcourt, C.J. Cox, who scored 25 over the last 2 games. Normally averages about 8 a game. In front, we talked about Trey Coffin-Wren moving from the 5 to the 4. Points are down 12.4 a game, but his rebounds are at 9, 4th in the Big Ten. Because of Oscar Clough, he's been one of the best offensive rating players in the country, currently number 1 according to Ken Pom. He's been a star, the 5th-year senior. 21st-year head coach is Matt Painter, 491 wins, 21 shy of the man whose court this is named after, Gene Cady, who's the Purdue leader at 512. For the number 1 Michigan Wolverines, ranked atop the polls for the first time in 13 years, 24-1 overall, 14-1 in the league, 2.5 games up on these Boilermakers. Matt Painter said it earlier this week, you're not winning the Big Ten if you can't win this game. That's what Purdue's status is here today. For the Wolverines, the point guard is Elliot Cadeau. Not quite Braden Smith territory with his assist, but he is 4th in the league at 5.5 per ball game. Joined by Namari Burnett in the backcourt. Namari started here 2 years ago when Michigan lost by 32. And again last year they lost by 27. Up front, the big 3, Axel Lendeborg. He's the team leader at 14.5 points a ball game. Morez Johnson Jr., he's 4th nationally in field goal percentage. And Adai Mara, 3rd in the country in blocks per game. He stands at 7-3 and will jump it up for the Wolverines. The head coach, Dusty May, 51-11 at Michigan, 177-80 overall. Our officials tonight, James Breeding, Randy Richardson, Larry Scarato. Michigan dons its road blues. And it's the Golds for Purdue. They've won 31 of their last 32 in these uniforms, dating back almost a decade. Oscar Clough goes up against Mara at the center circle. Larry Scarato tiptoes to it, holds the basketball up, a little bit of a flinch, and then Mara taps it up. And the Wolverines will control, working right to left in a sold-out crowd here at Mackey Arena. 103rd straight sellout right wing of 3 from Lendeborg off the back of the iron. No good. Rebound loose. Fought for underneath. Still battling for it. It popcorns its way to Braden Smith for Purdue. Then Lendeborg got his paws in there. He fleeces Smith, but then Kaufman-Wren able to take it away from Yaks. And Purdue settles and gets into the offensive possession after a frantic first 30 scoreless seconds.
Yeah, I talked about being first to the floor. I tell you what, you had Wolverines all over.
Right elbow Smith, couple of shot fakes. Mara stays on him. Backpedals to the right wing with pink sneakers on. Smith considers a jab step. Shot clock at 3, weaves his way in. Takes it to the rack. Missed the layup. Tap up goes begging for Clough. And then a loose ball foul against Purdue as the Wolverines secured the basketball. And Trey Kaufman-Wren whistled for the reach-in foul. 49 seconds in, scoreless game. Boy, Braden Smith does not miss that type of a shot very often. It cost Purdue 2 points and a foul. They're going to reverse it now, put it on Oscar Clough, which is still consequential.
Yeah, a little nervous energy out there. You miss a point-blank layup like that, but Hey, teams will settle in.
Cadeau high to the right side to Mara left point. A minute in, scoreless game. By this point last year, Michigan had already basically lost. Left wing Burnett drives to the free throw line, stops at the line. Delivers left elbow Johnson, shot clock at 10. Volume elevates. Cadeau wheels his way left elbow, left lane line to the rack, laid it up, nowhere close. Good contest, Kaufman-Renn, and Clough with a rebound for Purdue. Left to right charge the Boilers. High to the left side, Smith as a hush hits Mackey. At the point, Clough, who hasn't taken a three this year, was wide open, considered for a moment, didn't trigger. Left wing Smith in front of the Michigan bench, face guarded by Adai Mara. Smith charges to the free throw line, kick right side. Kaufman-Renn a three, it's strong, and Rez wrestles the rebound away from Clough. That was just attempt number 12 from deep by Kaufman-Renn. He's 2 of 12, Michigan's ball. 18-12 to play first half, scoreless game between two Big Ten contenders, two top 10 teams. Left corner, Lendeborg, guarded by Lawyer. Jumping pass to the left wing, Cadeau. Sizes up Smith with a shot clock at 10. 2 minutes in, scoreless game. Cadeau dances to the left. Give it left wing. Johnson a three, misses it strong. And Smith plucks the rebound away from Johnson. Zips one that's tipped out of bounds, intercepted by Cadeau. But they're going to now look at it. Larry Sgrado said it was off Purdue, and he makes the change. No question, it was tipped by Cadeau, and it saved a C.J. Cox clean runway lay-in. Purdue to inbound far sideline. Still no score, 17:51 left first half.
Yeah, you're talking about two teams getting after it. The crowd is into it. I tell you what, if it was a whistle blown, you wouldn't hear it.
Two of the best defenses in the country flexing their muscles here. No score, 2:15 deep. First half at Mackey. Right point, Clough has it. In his fourth collegiate stop, fifth-year senior to Lawyer. Right elbow, long two. Rattles it home. Fletcher, Lawyer, a tough shot there for two. And the Boilers are on the board first. It's 2-0, 2.5 minutes deep.
Yeah, you see Dusty May complaining already. Purdue's trying to take a page out of that Ohio State where they're starting to mess around with the ball in the backcourt, trying to slow Michigan down and get out in transition.
Buckeyes in that game at Chrysler were whistled for 3 delay of games. That was 2 technicals. At the point, Mara for Michigan. Lobs it right wing. Burnett zips one over the arms of the left hand of Morez Johnson Jr. underneath. A clean pass means likely a lay-in for Rez. Instead, it's Michigan's first turnover.
Yeah, you got to get a better angle.
2-0 Boilermakers with the lead and the basketball. 17:06 to play. Modest full court press comes from Michigan on the inbound. And now the Wolverines recoil as Braden Smith crawls it past the timeline. Nation's second leading assister. Over to the right side, Lawyer pops up a three and knocks it down. Fletcher, Lawyer drains a three. He's got all 5 early. It's 5-0 Purdue. And again, a delay of game that should have been called. Dusty May trying to get an argument there with James Breeding to no avail.
Yeah, I think James Breeding is afraid to call that. I mean, they're messing with the basketball.
Head of the key. An alley-oop from Cadeau up to Mara. Crunches it and hits the mute button here at Mackey Arena. 5-2. Michigan's on the board. 16.5 left first half.
Yeah, that's the second time they've messed with that ball in the backcourt. So let's see if they make a call here.
Dusty still laboring for it as Lawyer splits 2. Bump and a foul called right at the right point. Michigan whistled for it. Adai Mara, who had an early foul against his former team, UCLA, on Saturday, picks up Michigan's first at the 16:22 mark of the first half. Purdue a 5-2 edge, and Adai Mara heads to the bench. Roddy Gale Jr. summoned.
Yeah, Foster Lawyer has both of their shots. I mean, you got to more or less take him out of that. You can't allow him to have that airspace. You got to turn him into a guy that's going to have to be able to create off the dribble, not just catch and shoot.
16:15 left first half. 5-2 Purdue. Right elbow. Kaufman-Renn leans in, floats and scores. That patented floater from Trey Kaufman-Renn. He's 58% on those types of shots this year. Boilermakers up by 5, 4 minutes in. Right side, Lendeborg. Kick over right corner. Burnett catch and shoot three. Ball way off the mark, but an offensive rebound by Yaks. Kick it over to Cadeau. Straight on. Misses the three. Rez comes up with a rebound for Michigan. Third chance for the Maize and Blue. Down 7-2. Media stoppage next. Dead ball. In a blur. Cadeau drives. Kick it right side. Here's Yaks for three. Third time's the charm. Yaxel Lendeborg knocks down the triple. His 32nd of the year, and it's 7-5. Michigan within 2.
Yeah, well, Michigan's flexing their muscles, getting those offensive rebounds, and tell you what, Purdue, that's an area they struggled in, is rebounding that basketball, believe it or not. But that's an area that Michigan can expose them.
High to the left block. Kaufman-Renn has it for the gold-clad Boilermakers, who lead 7-5. Yaks pops it away from Kaufman-Renn, who retrieves it left elbow, curls into the paint, line drive, missed it off the rim for 5 feet away. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch Michigan. And it'll be Purdue's basketball when we come back. 15-13 left first half. Boilermakers a 7-5 lead, but Michigan cut it to 2 on that Yaxel Lendeboer triple, which was brought to you by Citgo Top Tier Triclean Gasoline. Michigan fans, when you start with Citgo, you're good to go. As expected, hostile environment, awesome atmosphere, and a good ball game so far. Purdue 7, Michigan 5, with 15-13 left first half on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Club Keno Tripler time is back, and some folks still have a few questions, so it's time for another round of CK Q&A.
Is there a Tripler time dress code?
We call it Keno Casual.
Oh, do I need 3 friends to play Tripler time?
No, but the more the merrier.
During Tripler time, is it important to stay hydrated?
Yes. 3 cheers for Club Keno. This month, random tickets will be printed with a doubler or tripler message. Find one and all your prizes will be doubled or tripled. Club Keno Tripler time. Available on all Club Keno tickets only from the Michigan Lottery. Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
Michigan basketball plays here.
Off the heel, rebound Jones, and that's the ball game. And this magical Michigan season is not done by any means.
The Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Care for a Truck Month trivia contest, Sam?
Ooh, you know I can't resist, Hank.
Okay, fact. Truck Month happens only once a year.
Fact. It's the best time to buy a new Ford truck.
Fact. Ford F-Series is the best-selling lineup of trucks in America for 49 years.
Fact. America loves Ford Truck Month.
Fact. I agree with that fact.
Based on 1977 to 2025 CY Industry reported total sales.
Easy Plan customers who trade in their current vehicle can lease a 2025 F-150 Hybrid Super Crew for $339 a month for 36 months, with $2,329 cash due at signing. Payment includes waived security deposit, excludes title, taxes, and license fees. Not all buyers will qualify for low-mileage Ford Credit Red Carpet Lease. Cash due at signing is after $4,500 in incentives. Offer only valid on Package 200A. Take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by March 31st. Lease a 2025 F-150 Hybrid for only $339 a month. Think Ford first.
Wolverines trailing Purdue on the road 7-5 early, 15-13 to play first half. As the official property restoration partner of Michigan Athletics, Belfour Property Restoration is celebrating and honoring first responders and members of the armed forces in our community. You can nominate someone at mgoblue.com/hero. Terry, Michigan overwhelmed from the jump here, really each of the last 2 seasons. Your thoughts of the first almost 5 minutes?
Well, I think, from a standpoint of the first media timeout, as you just said, we were totally out of it a couple of years ago, but good to see Michigan be able to fight through a little adversity, ready to play, just real dialed in. I mean, this is a hostile environment, but nothing that the Wolverines haven't seen all season long.
Last year, Michigan gave up a 13-2 run. Dusty May called timeout, and then Michigan gave up a 16-7 run, and it was basically over. Inbound right baseline Lawyer, give it inside. Kaufman-Renn pivots. Banks missed it strong. Rebound Rez for the Wolverines. Michigan comes out with that same quintet on the floor. Cadeau, Burnett, Gale, Johnson, and Lendeboer. Yaks has it at the point. Zigzag to the right lane line. Kick right corner. Gale a 3 for the lead, and he knocks it down. Roddy Gale Jr. with a big-time triple. 8-7. Michigan with the lead.
Yeah, good to see Roddy Gale being able to step up, not hesitating, being able to drop that jump shot down.
Wolverines with an 8-7 edge. High to the right point. Daniel Jacobson has it. The 7'4" player for Purdue. Lob it over Kaufman-Renn, and he's bumped by Yaxel Lendeboer 25 feet away. So Yaks picks up his first, second foul on the team. In between the circles, Braden Smith has it here for Purdue. And a chant from the paint crew here about Yaks as Kaufman-Renn tiptoes his way to the right block, laid it up and in. 9-8 Purdue, 14-22 to play first half. Yaks made some comments back in May that found their way onto social media before this game. Dusty May called it a mistake. No doubt Purdue's fans will make him hear about it, but
it's all about what's on the floor here. Cadeau dances to the right wing, kick over to Yak's right corner. Timer at 6. Braden Smith knocks out of bounds. It stays with Michigan, but they've got inbound that far corner. 5 on the timer, 14:01 to play first half, 9-8 Boilermakers.
Yeah, I tell you what, just not a good area to inbound the basketball, being in that dead corner like that. But very important that Michigan just gets that ball in right now.
Cadeau skips it toward Burnett. He's able to secure it after a roll near the half-court line. Dribbles to the right side with 3. Kick Cadeau, right wing, rainmaking 3. Bricked it. Offensive board, Rez. Banks and got fouled. Missed the shot, but Morez Johnson Jr. gobbles up his 4th rebound in the game's first 6 minutes, 6 seconds. And Rez heading to the free throw line for 2 with the Wolverines down a point.
Yeah, Rez is a problem. I can tell you that right now. I mean, if they're not going to put a body on him, it'll be a long day for the Boilermakers.
Morez Johnson Jr., who has bumped that free throw percentage from 62 last year at Illinois to 80% here in the maize and blue, looks toward the left side of this Purdue student section, hoists up the first and swirls it home. We're deadlocked at 9, 13:54 to play first half. So one more for Rez, and the game tied at 9. Michigan already 4 different scores. Purdue 5 from Lawyer, 4 from Kaufman-Renn, and 3 Braden Smith assists. Second one up and pure. Rez gives Michigan a 10-9 lead. Adai Mara returns for Morez Johnson Jr. And here comes L.J. Kaysen spelling Damari Burnett. Dusty May told us earlier this week that he's growing up in front of our eyes. That's L.J. Kaysen.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. He's playing with all kind of confidence in this game, and he gives Michigan a different look when he comes into the ball game. So
Jacobson leave it right side. Kaufman-Renn. Shovel it to the point. Smith jogs his way right wing, jumping past Kaufman-Renn, catches, flings it up over Marr, and he scores it. 4th assist, Smith. 5th and 6 points, TKR, and it's 11-10 Purdue, 13.5 first half. Left side, Lendeborg around a meaty Mara screen. Has Jacobson on him defensively on a switch. Right wing, he surveys. Jab step. Drives right baseline, fades away with a little floater, missed it short, pops up the rebound, but Jacobson jumps up there at 7-4 and snags it for the Boilers. Purdue 11, Michigan 10, 13:05, ticking first half clock. Smith blows by Gale, now flings it over Kaufman-Renn. That weird floating shot, no good. Looked like Smith might have turned down a good shot for an okay shot. Michigan the rebound. Kaysen head down to the paint, drives it, high banker, no, but he got fouled by Daniel Jacobson. LJ almost came up with an and one. Instead, he has to earn it to the free throw line with Michigan down a point.
I tell you what, LJ, as I just said before he made that move there, he just gives them a whole different look when he comes into the ball game because he's able to use his quickness, get to the basket.
Kaysen, a 69% free throw shooter. Over the last 4 games, averaging 13 a game, calmly connects on the first. Remember, here last year, Kaysen basically finished the last 10, 12 minutes of the game because Michigan was blown out so much. His longest stint in Big Ten play until the stretch run. Kind of grew up by force in that one. Second one, Klink goes around and drops. LJ a 2-for-2 trip, 12-11 Michigan. As the Boilermakers go to the bench with Jakari Harris, the sophomore, who had 11 against Michigan in the Big Ten tournament quarterfinals last year. All along with Omer Meyer. He's on the right corner. Kaufman-Renn, jab step and a take to the Big Ten logo. Pivots, high banker, too strong. Got his own offensive rebound. Hooked it up there, and Morris swatted it away for Michigan. He picks it up, lobs it far sideline, Lendeborg. Michigan up by 1, 12:23 left. Alley-oop attempt. There's Cadeau up to Lendeborg, who caught it, laid it up over the right side of the rim off glass. And Michigan has its largest lead at 3, 14-11, 12-12 left first half.
Yeah, what a calmness by the Wolverines, knowing that they played in hostile environments and knowing how to weather the storm.
Omer Meyer, the freshman from Israel, passed the timeline here for Purdue. Slings a pass left side, Braden Smith. Around a screen from Jacobson, fades away right elbow, off to the right. Rebound, Cano plucks it away from both 7'3" Mara and 7'4" Jacobson. Alley-oop again, lay it up and in. Cano to Mara this time, left block, off glass. And the Wolverines starting to sizzle. 6 straight, they're in front 16-11, 11:36 left first half.
I'll tell you what, clean rebounds means opportunity for the Wolverines to get out in transition. You don't have to worry about the Boilermakers playing with the ball in the backcourt. Get some stops and let's go.
Harris in between the circles, angles right, and then a post pass into Kaufman-Renn. He's tugged and fouled on a double team that came. Roddy Gale Jr. picks up the infraction. Number 1 on him. And the Wolverines' 3rd foul of the half. Timeout on the floor, 11:23 to play here in this first half. Michigan a 16-11 advantage on Purdue and on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Score more with the college-branded Venmo debit card. Rep your team with every tap and earn up to 5% cash back through Venmo Stash, a new rewards program where the more you do, the more you get. Get your Venmo debit card today and start earning rewards with Venmo Stash. No monthly fee, no minimum balance. Learn more at Venmo.com/collegecard. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank, N.A. Select schools available. Venmo Stash bundle terms and exclusions apply at Venmo.me/stash terms. Max $100 cash back per month.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
When you have a gambling problem, you have a money problem.
10 gallons of gas, cash or credit?
Yesterday's lottery ticket won't fill up your tank. Because when you're feeding a gambling problem...
Okay, your grocery total is $98.
It's difficult putting food on the table, paying your bills, and keeping your life together. If you or a loved one is struggling with gambling, get free confidential help at michigan.gov/problemgambling. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Wolverines on a 6-0 surge in front of Purdue, 16-11, 11:23 to play first half. The roar you hear is for two-time National Player of the Year, one of the best players in Big Ten history, Zach Edey. He will take, hopefully, his seats. I hope they give him more than one. What a heck of a career he had. Boy, he was just incredible that final season leading Purdue to the national championship game.
Yes, he was. And I tell you what, he should be sitting in one of those theater seats down there that they have, and it should actually have his name on it.
Wolverines up by 5. We do want to send out our very best to our friend Doug Ganaki and his family, losing his father, William, a huge Michigan fan, yesterday. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Doug, who's such a key part to the Michigan Athletic Department, and all those who got to know William. Seemed like a wonderful man, lived well into his 80s. Our best to the Ganakis.
Yeah, and from a Michigan family, we all feel it. I tell you that. So, you say our heart goes out to the Ganaki family.
Purdue with the basketball. They haven't scored in more than 2 game minutes. Smith skips a pass. Clough has it left elbow. Out there with Meyer, along with Cox, and Jack Benser. Hooks in the lane, flings it up there, popped out of there. Rebound Mara as he was backpedaling along the baseline. And Purdue's missed their last 5 from the floor. Kaysen, Gale, Mara, Lendeborg, and for the first time, Trey McKinney on the floor for the blue-clad Wolverines, who are in front by 5, 16-11. Lendeborg, right side, lob it up Mara, catches right baseline, lassos a pass into a lay-in for Gale. Dynamite feed from a dime Mara, and the Wolverines have scored 8 straight. They're in front, 18-11.
Yeah, about the finish by Roddy Gale Jr. being able to raise up, finish amongst the trees.
High to the right side, Smith jets his way to the right block. High, Baker, too much on it. Rebound, Mara. Michigan right to left with speed. Kaysen kicks right side. Lendeborg had an opening but bobbled the catch near his right shoulder. Now goes to a back down on Smith. Skip past McKinney left wing. Stutter step, back Yaks. Right corner, 3-ball, airborne off the heel. Rebound, back tap by Mara. Windmill style to McKinney. Right side, Kaysen 3.
Yes,
you
sir.
betcha!
Yes, sir.
11 straight for Michigan. Wolverines 33rd run of 10-0 or better, and they're up 10 here at Mackey, 21-11, 10 minutes in.
That's the way you play. If you're Michigan and you're on the road, play like you've been there before. And Michigan has definitely been there, and they're battle tested.
Clough at the point for the gold-clad Boilermakers. They have won 31 of their last 32 in this outfit. Left elbow Smith, couple of shot fakes. Michigan doesn't go for it. Meyer left wing pumps up a 3. It's too strong. 2-hop rebound. Gale able to save it before Smith got there. 2-on-2 Gale to the rack. Laid it up, laid it out. And they're going to say a jump ball on a take by Gale left side. Possession arrow tilts it to the Boilermakers. Larry Scorado, an emphatic call there, Purdue's basketball.
I thought that was a little premature, if you will, to be able to call a jump ball.
Wolverines asking for something potentially. All the Michigan assistants hustling over to the bench, from the bench to... And a stoppage here. I think Michigan wants to look at something.
Yeah, they're all on the same page, that's for sure. I mean, they didn't like what they seen on that particular play.
Got to be a hook and hold review here, I would imagine.
Yeah, I thought it was just a little premature on that call there.
And I mean, I tell you, Jacob Cohn, Michigan's director of analytics, signaled something, and we saw Mike Boynton Jr., Akeem Miskadeen, Kyle Church. They were basically sprinting out to try to stop Dusty May from leaving the court. So they're going to take a look at this. Larry Scorado, James Breeding, and Randy Richardson conversating near the scorer's table. 9:37 on a stopped first half clock. Michigan a 21-11 lead. Purdue has missed their last 7. And indeed, it will be a review for a flagrant 1. Michigan has scored 11 straight. And boy, this would really send Purdue fans into a bit of frustration as we remind you to choose chill, Michigan fans. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, where the mountains go blue. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado beer. Tough to tell on that take there because the defender there, C.J. Cox, was past Gale and the basket. So we'll have to await any sort of replay we get here on the video board. 21-11 Michigan, 9:37 to play first half. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification time on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield. Back here inside Mackey Arena, sold out for the 103rd consecutive time, almost 15,000 on hand. Ryan Bush, Terry Mills, Tony Butler, and Rob Joyce. Wolverines a stellar start in front of Purdue, 21-11 in a battle of the current number 1, Michigan, and the preseason number 1, Purdue, awaiting a replay and I think it was an appeal. So Michigan will still have its challenge here. There is a distinction and a difference there. It would cost Michigan a timeout if they don't get it right. But this has been a pretty lengthy conversation out there with the Wolverines in front by 10. Purdue, for all the success they've had here at Mackey, 83% of the time they've won all time in a building that opened in 1967, but they have only beaten number 1 here once. They knocked off Magic Johnson as a sophomore and number 1 Michigan State in January of 1979, 52-50. Purdue has hosted a lot of games as 1 lately, but they haven't faced a team number 1 since that 05 national runner-up Illinois team came here and won by 9.
Yeah, you have to ask yourself, what is giving Michigan this lead? I talked about how you take a crowd out of it, you rebound the basketball, you don't turn the basketball over, and Michigan is having success doing those couple of things and has really kind of took this fan base out of the ballgame.
It was a quick conversation with Randy Richardson and Dusty May. Longer conversation between Matt Painter and James Breeding on the Purdue side of things. Maybe that spells good news for Michigan. And And I think it does because Trey McKinney strolling to the free throw line. Michigan's going to win this, as Larry Scorado will tell Purdue fan base that probably won't allow them to hear it. So it was Oscar Clough on Trey McKinney, who's at the line. He shoots the free throw while Scorado was going through the description. I don't care if we had that microphone on our broadcast. We wouldn't have heard it with the booze coming down.
Yeah, would he have gotten a do-over with Scorado talking while he's shooting?
Second one follows in the first. Michigan with a 23-11 lead. 13 straight for Michigan.
Well, hey, let's give one up for Jacob. I mean...
And that is the second personal on Oscar Clough, who came in as the top offensive rate player in the country. So Michigan, 2 free throws and the ball. That bench eruption, the right call. Right corner, Will Cheddar checks in. He tries 3. He knocks down 3. They'll turn it to a 2. One of those May sneakers on the line. It's 25-11. Wolverines in front by 14. They've scored 15 in a row. Right side, here's Meyer, a rebuttal 3. This one goes, and he was behind the line. 25-14, Purdue off the schneid after a 15-0 surge. Kaysen quickly right to left, lob it up, caught by Johnson, low block left, banked it and scored it over Jacobson. Michigan rebuts right back at him. 9 minutes left first half. Back to a Baker's dozen at 27-14 Michigan.
Yeah, what a smart player. Rez just being able to grab that ball and finish with 2 hands. Most players would have tried to go for the home run play there, but hey, sometimes you got to shoot for singles.
Fletcher Lawyer back on the floor for Purdue, high to the right side. No Braden Smith out there right now for Purdue. A rare respite for a guy who averages 34 minutes a game. High to the left side, Meyer had it poked away with the timer at 4 by Rez. Left side, here's Meyer, drives in, floater over Mara, got it to go with 1 on the shot clock. Heck of a play there. And Rez went over and back looking to inbound it. C.J. Cox flashed over toward L.J. Kaysen, and the Wolverines cough it up. 27-16 the score, and Purdue has a chance at a 4 or a 5-point trip after the rare blunder there from Morez Johnson Jr.
Yeah, that's not something that normally happens. But Michigan is just basically trying to get off to the races, so...
Lendeborg returns. Mara exits for Michigan. Inbound Jacobson. Right side Cox. Steps to the left. Considers a 3. Vacates to Meyer left wing. Dump it down. Kaufman-Wren bangs against Yaks. Couple of dribbles. Hooks it and scores it. Indeed a 4-0 trip for the Boilers. 27-18. Michigan's lead down to 9. 8:10 left first half. Many standing and cheering here inside a sold-out Mackey Arena. Right side, Lendeborg, left alone, shoots a 3. Barely grazes front iron. And Cheddar able to somehow get the rebound. Kick it out, left wing. McKinney knocks down a 3. Cheddar caught that all-in-one motion. Behind the back pass to the perimeter. And then Trey McKinney comes up with it for a big-time 3. 30-18 Wolverines.
Yeah, those are winning plays there by the Wolverines. I tell you what, they're not leaving anything on the table. I talked about being first to the floor, first to the glass, and the Wolverines are doing exactly that.
Michigan in front 31-18. Left corner, Meyer steps to the left. Got a shot fake, shoots the 3, front iron out, and Rez cleans up the rebound, his 5th already. Michigan wants to push. Greedy up 13. Dump it down. Yaks underneath. He laid it up after a shot fake blocked by Jacobson. Deflects to Meyer. Here come the Boilermakers. 31-18 Michigan, 7:13 to play first half. Oh, this is high-level college basketball. Inside, Jacobson leans in on Cheddar, banks and scores over Will. Low on the right, Purdue within 11, 31-20. We've got 7 minutes left first half. Media stoppage, next dead ball.
Yeah, I had to look up at the scoreboard the way this crowd came to life. I thought maybe they had cut it to 2 points or something.
Kaysen zigzags to the paint, had it deflected out of bounds. Last touch, Purdue. He was looking for Johnson inside, and the Wolverines will have 13 on the shot clock. Up 11 with the basketball, baseline left when we come back. 6:48 left first half. Michigan, number 1 in the land, leading at 7th ranked Purdue. 31-20 on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Since 1980, Grand Traverse Resort and Spa has been a Michigan vacation tradition. A place where lake views meet legendary fairways. Where spa days turn into starry nights. And where family memories last for generations. Whether it's a summer getaway, a fall color tour, or a cozy winter escape, your perfect Michigan vacation starts here. Grand Traverse Resort and Spa, a Michigan tradition since 1980. Book your getaway at GrandTraversResort.com. Proud partner of Michigan Athletics.
The excitement, the passion, the tradition.
And the Wolverines win the Big Ten Tournament Championship, and they forge a lifelong bond.
This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
This message is for Shauna, my mom, who just finished her high school diploma. I wanted to say I'm so proud of you for finishing school. You told me it's never too late to achieve your dreams. I hope to make you as proud as you have made me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Don't act like that. Don't wear that. Don't think that. I've heard everything you tell yourself every time you felt different. And I want you to know that you can be vulnerable and powerful. That taking care of your mind is taking care of everyone you love and who loves you. Love your mind. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Longest surrendered by Purdue all season, leading here at Mackey Arena 31-20. 6:48 to play first half. Brian Bush, Terry Mills, Tony Butler, and Rob Joyce on hand. Listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on SiriusXM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and streaming on the SiriusXM app. Well, Terry, these two teams kind of producing as you would expect. Michigan with balance, 9 different players, 7 have scored. Whereas for Purdue, it's the usual suspects. Trey Kaufman-Renn has 8, but it's taken him 10 shots to get there. 5 for Meyer, 5 for Lawyer, and 4 assists Braden Smith.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's a lot of things trending toward Michigan's way because Michigan is playing their style of basketball. Talking about 10 field goals, 10 assists on 10 field goals.
Off the inbound, Lendeborg left wing. Kick right side. Cadeau, long 3. Up and good. Wolverines 6th tray in 13 tries. And they inflate the lead back to 14 at 34-20. 6.5 left in a suddenly quiet Mackey Arena. Braden Smith slithers right elbow. Dump it down Kaufman-Renn. Bangs against Lendeborg. 3 left-handed skips. Pivots in, fades away, tough shot, rolls out, tap up, Jacobson nowhere close. McKinney the weak side, left baseline rebound for the Wolverines. Charging right to left, leading by 14, 6:09 to play first half. Left side, Cadeau takes the pass over to Lendeborg. Left side, he swirls a 3 himself. Cadeau had a look, deposited to Yaks, he drains it, and Michigan's up 17 with 5:56 left first half.
Well, partner, I have to ask you a question that I told you before this game. Michigan is due for a good shooting night. I'll tell you what, the night is not over, but Michigan is on fire.
7 of 14 from the long line. Lawyer, English is a pass. Jacobson pestered by Johnson. Caught it, flings it up with a hook. No, got his own rebound, laid it up, crawls out. Third chance to tip in good for TKR. Kaufman-Renn has 10 of Purdue's 22. Michigan's lead down to 15 at 37-22. And Terry said it all drive down this morning. Michigan was due for a big-time shooting effort. Here they are. Slightly better from 2 than 3. A lot of contact out on high. Cadeau sings it inside. Lendeborg catches, flutters it up and scores it right lane line from 5 feet away. Tickles the twine. Yaks up to 10. 39-22 Michigan. 5:05 left first half.
Well, right now, Michigan is having it their way right now. I mean, they're not forcing anything. They're taking what the defense is giving them.
Smith, shot fake right elbow. Whips one too hot to handle for Kaufman-Renn. And that Wolverines bench explodes after another strong defensive effort, prompting the second turnover for a team in Purdue that's tied 14th nationally in fewest turnovers a game. Wholesale changes. Braden Smith exits. Sha'Carri Harris comes in. Wolverines sub out Will Cheddar and Trey McKinney. Damari Burnett and Adai Mara back out there. So the Wolverines have their starting 5 on the floor, up 17 at Mackey. 4:48 left first half.
Yeah, but how disciplined have they been on that pick and roll action, knowing that Braden Smith uses that little pump fake at the end, and they're staying down on it.
Left baseline, Burnett drives, kicker right corner, shot fake by Johnson, into the paint, pauses at the G in the Big Ten logo. Now right side, Burnett, wide open three, off the front iron, back tap rebound, Mara to Rez, handing off Yak's left side, tiptoes, long jumper left of the lane, missed it short, but another rebound for Mara. Wolverines third chance, Burnett for three, bingo! 20 and a timeout, Matt Painter at Purdue.
And I tell you what, you've got the Boilermakers players going at each other because they can't simply rebound the basketball. But Michigan is taking advantage of them right now.
7 offensive rebounds for Michigan. They've led to 14 second chance points, and Michigan leads Purdue in West Lafayette by 20. 42-22, 4:17 before intermission, right here on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
The crushing industrial platinum of Filter. Friday, March 27th at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort with special guests Finger 11 and Local Age. Tickets start at $43 and on sale now at the box office and etix.com. Showtime 7:30. Filter with Finger 11 and Local Age. March 27th at Soaring Eagle Casino. SoaringEagleCasino.com.
We asked our team, why did you choose to work for Michigan Medicine? Here are some of their answers.
Being able to interact with patients, offer them hope, and hopefully giving them care that they couldn't receive anywhere else is the biggest thing.
Because it's the best of the best. We have great benefits. We have great leadership.
I love what I do. This is a place where you want to be if you're looking to make change.
To our team, we say, thank you for choosing us. We shape the future of healthcare together at Michigan Medicine.
This Michigan season is all about teamwork, on and off the court. That's why we're thrilled to have Founders Brewing Company as a proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. Founders has been brewing up high-quality, highly rated beers like Michigan Pilsner, their hazy IPA Mortal Bloom, and of course All-Day IPA right here in Michigan for over 25 years. Celebrate every three-pointer and slam dunk with the perfect pour of Founders. Learn more about Founders and where to find your go-to game day beer at foundersbrewing.com.
Nothing says home like Aunt Millie's. Whether it's in your cupboard, at your local Meijer, or even at Chrysler Center. From pregame breakfast, tailgate sliders, or postgame victory food, Aunt Millie's is baking memories from their family to yours. Pick up all your Aunt Millie's favorites at your local store, or grab a hot dog or hamburger at Chrysler Center to see what we're all about. Aunt Millie's, closer to home.
Could not draw up a better script for Michigan to start. 42-22 Michigan, 4:17 to play first half. Thanks to 8 for 16 shooting, Terry Mills, from deep. But I bet you're probably even more proud of what Michigan's doing on the glass, +6 there.
Well, everything that I said about my keys came to fruition. So I'm proud of the Wolverines for being able to lock in.
And a brief stoppage, not sure why. There was someone taking off a scuff from the floor there. Well, Dusty May talked about the boards being, quote, warfare and hand-to-hand combat with the likes of Trey Kaufman-Renn and Oscar Clough. So far, Michigan has won that combat. +6 on the glass, 7 offensive boards, 14 second chance points. Meyer into the forecourt here for Purdue, with Lawyer, Clough, Harris, and Kaufman-Renn. And Cadeau just fleeces the freshman Meyer. Michigan with it right to left. Cadeau, high left-handed bounce with Michigan in front by 20. Pocket pass, bobbled, intercepted. It was intended for Mara. Harris comes up with it. The sophomore charges left to right. Underhand lead. Here comes a three from Lawyer that goes. Purdue's not going anywhere. It's 42-25. Michigan 3:44 before halftime.
No, they're going to stick around. There's no doubt about that. But that's a difficult pass for Mara to catch. I know it's a pocket pass, but it was kind of below his knees.
Mara has the basketball, high block right. High left-handed skip. 3 dribbles on Clough. Pivots, banks, and scores. He took Clough to school there. It's 44-25. A dime Mara up to 6, and Michigan's lead bumped to 19.
Yeah, how comfortable was Mara down there in that post area? Just being able to textbook, couple dribbles to the middle, turn baseline, kiss off the glass.
Harris right side, pestered by Burnett. Head of the key, Clough. One dribble, terminates it. Waits for some help, gets it from Meyer. He'll pull to the right, shoot a three, and knock it down. Homer Meyer, 35% from the long line. He gives Purdue a big jolt there. 44-28 Michigan, 2:50 before intermission.
Yeah, he has gave Purdue a shot in the arm.
Burnett high to the right side. Flip it, Johnson. Push pass left wing to Michigan's leading scorer, Lendebourg. Zips a pass, low block left. Mara spins on Clough, reverses, misses, but got fouled. And that's foul 3 on Oscar Clough, who, according to many, was a higher regarded portal transfer target than any of Michigan's big outside of really Yaxel Lendebourg. He was great for the South Dakota State Jackrabbits, but he hasn't had a good night so far. His third foul, he's scoreless. Adai Mara to the line.
Well, because Michigan, with their big lineup, they put a lot of pressure on the big guys on opposing teams.
Mara at the free throw line, short on the first, where he shoots 49%. Clough exits with those 3 fouls. Daniel Jacobson, the 7'4" sophomore, who was going to be a real factor last season until he fractured a tibia in the first couple of minutes of the second game of the year. He comes in and will likely be leaned on down the stretch in this half. Second one from Mara, front iron, and it calls out. But then an offensive goaltend by Kaufman-Renn. It was going to pop off. It sat on the rim, and Kaufman-Renn, a big-time blunder, he just simply plucked it off there.
Yeah, well,
wow.
Yeah. Well, Mara said he'll take it.
So the Wolverines get a massive break there with 2:32 to play. Here in this first half, 45-28 Michigan. It counts as a free throw make, not a two-pointer, because it hung on the rim. Meyer, right of the lane line, fades away, flat, short, rebound loose, knocked out of bounds by Lendebourg. And it'll stay with Purdue, 20 on the timer. Jacob Cohn analyzing things, and he shakes his head no. No challenge. Purdue maintains possession as Braden Smith comes in. Smith last year against Michigan played 116 of a potential 120 minutes. He's already sat more in this game, almost 6 minutes, than those 3. Smith jumping past left side. Harris contested 3, guarded by Burnett. Missed it strong, and Namari comes up with a Michigan rebound. Up ahead, Gale, right side for the Wolverines, jumping past Lendebourg. He has 10 to pace all Michigan players. Wolverines by 17, 2 minutes before halftime. High block left. Mara working in on Jacobson. Takes him left baseline. Flings, scores, counted to foul. Adai Mara lets out a roar that you could hear up at the top of the paint crew. 47-28 Michigan. $1:55 left first half.
And I'll tell you what, Purdue is refusing to double team. So, I mean...
That's a choice.
That's a choice.
Of all the choices, that is one of them.
Yeah. And Mara's making them pay right now.
Adai Mara up to 9, plus 7 rebounds for the junior from Zaragoza, Spain. Bends the knees, hoists it up. Oh, yeah. Silky smooth from Adai Mara. Give him 10. 48-28 Michigan. 1:55 left first half. And Jacobson exits. Purdue will go small with Jack Benter, the redshirt freshman. He's out there for the Boilermakers. Braden Smith into the forecourt for a shell-shocked Purdue team. Right side, he pulls up for a 3. Front iron and out. Rebound popped up into the air, and Kaysen secures it after the swat. Then Harris stole it away from Kaysen. Michigan's 4th turnover. Purdue with a second chance on this trip. Down by 20. Free throw line Harris. Stops. Over to Kaufman-Renn. Shot fake left baseline. Backs down against Mara. 2 dribbles. Shot fake again, and Mara deposits it again. And he swatted it to himself. Adai Mara comes up with the block. That's number 2 for him. Michigan's ball up 20.
I tell you what, I give Trey Kaufman-Renn a lot of credit because he likes to get that little bump in. And if he gets that bump to get a little separation, he can get that shot off, but not on Mara.
Cadeau misfires on a Euro step and a floater, rebound Purdue. A minute left first half, Michigan up 48-28. Straight on, Benter a line drive 3. Too strong, rebound Kaysen for Michigan, and a loose ball foul on the Wolverines. Kaufman-Renn and Mara battling. Adai Mara picks up foul number 2. I'm guessing that will spell the end of the first half for Mara. He's been too good to try to roll the dice with 56.2 left, up by 20 here in the first half. Wolverines in front by 20. 56.2 left. Michigan fans dapping up Team Mills. It's been that kind of first half here in enemy territory.
Hey, that always happens when your team is performing like this. You get all kind of love.
Kaufman-Renn spins on Johnson to the rack, laid it up and in over Morez Johnson Jr. 48-30 Michigan. Wolverines can go for their 2-for-1. Cadeau darts his way, Euros. He banked it up there. No. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch. Should be Purdue. It is. Call confirmed by James Breeding after Randy Richardson needed some help underneath the cup. Reset 20 on the timer, 37.5 on the game clock, 48-30 Michigan. Purdue started with a 7-2 lead. Since then, all maize and blue. High to the left side, McKinney has it. Jab step and a drive. Fades away, right elbow, line drive, flat and short. Rebound Lawyer for Purdue. 2-second game clock, shot clock differential. Here to finish this half. Lawyer then pushes a two-hop pass out on high to Kaufman-Renn. That was dangerous. No Wolverine was around it, so Smith has it and he'll bleed clock. Shot clock at 14, 48-30 Michigan. In between the circles, Smith. He is scoreless, 4 assists, 14 minutes. Smith around a screen, takes it to the left elbow, shot fake. Kaufman-Renn free throw line, timer at 3. Hooks one up there, scores it, and Dusty May went for the timeout, didn't get it. And LJ Kaysen brings it to the center line, and that's as far as he could go. So the Wolverines led by as many as 20. They settle for a 48-32 halftime advantage here at Mackey Arena as we visit with Mike Boynton Jr. Here's Terry Mills.
Yeah, Coach, there's a stretch in that game where your team went on a 14-0 run. What did you see from your vantage point during that stretch?
Yes, we were just locked into rebounding the basketball and taking care of it. We got a little loose in the last couple minutes with a couple turnovers that led to threes. We got to continue to defend at a high level and rebound the ball, take away their three-point shots, and limit our turnovers so we get quality shots every time down.
Yeah, talking about rebounding, 14 points off of 7 offensive rebounds. I mean, your team is starting to really flex their muscles. Is that something you think you can continue in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're playing against a really good team that rarely loses at home. So we got to stay composed when they make a run like they did in the first half. We responded, and now we got to come out with the same energy and focus on the defensive end and taking care of the basketball like we did in the first 20 minutes.
Thanks for your time, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Back to you, Brian.
There you go. Thanks to Mike Boynton Jr. Thanks to Terry Mills. Here at halftime, Wolverines 48, Purdue 32. So far, preseason number 1 can't quite keep up with current number 1. We'll come back with our halftime show. Rob Joyce with some of the happy highlights. Checking the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll give you some numbers and get you ready for what Michigan will try to do to stay composed and have that same energy as Mike Boynton Jr. told us in the second half. Wolverines 48, Purdue 32. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Neighbors help neighbors. That's why when the unexpected happens, floods, fires, or tornadoes hit, Belfour has your back. At Belfour, we are the people who live next door. Faces and names you know, right here in Michigan. For us, the only thing more important than restoring your property is helping you rebuild your life whenever disasters strike. 24/7, 365. Belfour Property Restoration. Your home, your life, our promise. Call 800-800-BELFOR or visit belfour.com.
If you haven't listened to the In the Trenches podcast, here's what you've been missing.
The new defense coordinator here at the University of Michigan, Jay Hill.
I believe that we can win national championships here. I believe we can win consistent Big Ten championships here. With the way Coach Witt coaches, his discipline and toughness, I just think it's a perfect match.
In the Trenches, presented by Meyer, covering Michigan football all year long on Go Blue podcasts. Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. You're 60 seconds away from more Michigan basketball. But first, a local break here on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Care for a Truck Month trivia contest, Sam?
Ooh, you know I can't resist, Hank.
Okay, fact. Truck Month happens only once a year.
Fact. It's the best time to buy a new Ford truck.
Fact. Ford F-Series is the best-selling lineup of trucks in America for 49 years.
Fact. America loves Ford Truck Month.
Fact. I agree with that fact.
based on 1977 to 2025 CY industry reported total sales.
Easy Plan customers who trade in their current vehicle can lease a 2025 F-150 Hybrid Super Crew for $339 a month for 36 months with $2,329 cash due at signing. Payment includes waived security deposit, excludes title, taxes, and license fees. Not all buyers will qualify for low-mileage Ford Credit Red Carpet Lease. Cash due at signing is after $4,500 in incentives. Offer only valid on Package 200A. Take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by March 31st. Lease a 2025 F-150 Hybrid for only $339 a month. Think Ford first.
Welcome to the Michigan Basketball Halftime Show. Analysis, highlights, and stats from the first 20 minutes are on the way. Now, here's your host, Rob Joyce.
Halftime from Mackey Arena. Michigan leads Purdue 48-32 as we look back at a fun opening 20 minutes. It was a stodgy start for both sides. Took nearly 2.5 minutes for either team to score. Michigan opened 0 for 3 with a turnover, allowed the Boilermakers to score the first 5 points. Under 16 stoppage, it was 7-5 Purdue. Ronnie Gill Jr. gave Michigan its first lead 5 minutes in on a three-pointer. That started a back and forth, couple of ties, 5 lead changes in the ensuing 3 minutes. Then, with 12:50 left in the half, L.J. Kaysen made a couple of free throws that made it 12-11 Wolverines. And, well, they were off and running. The defense started to string together a couple of stops. Offense extended the lead 6 straight points into the under 12 timeout, and that run continued after the media stoppage. Purdue didn't score for over 4 minutes, and midway through the first, it was a double-digit maize and blue lead. Stutter step, back Yaks, right corner, 3-ball, airborne, off the heel. Rebound, back tap by Mara. Windmill style to McKinney, right side, Kaysen 3.
Yes,
you betcha!
Yes,
11 straight for Michigan. Wolverines, 33rd run of 10-0 or better, and they're up 10 here at Mackey, 21-11, 10 minutes in. It wound up being 15 straight for the maize and blue. Purdue opened just 5 of 17 shooting. The lead was 25-11 Wolverines after the run. Then the Boilers started to see the lid come off the basket a little bit. 7 minutes to halftime, it's 31-20. And then Michigan started to just go nuclear from three-point range. That L.J. Kaysen 3. One from Will Cheddar pushed the lead to 15. A second chance 3 from Trey McKinney. Next possession, a 3 from Yaks pushed the lead to 17. And then the 8th and turns out final 3 of the first half forced Matt Painter to call for time. Now right side, Burnett, wide open 3. Off the front iron, back tap, rebound, Mara to Rez. Handing off Yaks left side. Tiptoes, long jumper left of the lane. Missed it short, but another rebound for Mara. Wolverines third chance, Burnett for 3. They go! 20 and a timeout, Matt Painter at Purdue. Michigan was 8 of 16 from deep to go up by 20 with under 5 minutes left. Wolverines a 14-4 edge in second chance points, shoot an even 50% for the half, sees out the final 4 minutes, and goes into the locker room up by 16. It's 48-32. Halftime show continues. We'll take another look at the scoreboard next. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM College Sports Radio Channel 84 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis. He's got it! So cheer along with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Sick of gray, gloomy winter hibernation? At Kohl's, you can make spring come early with colorful accents that brighten up your home, like vibrant cookware and decor, cozy bedding and towels. Plus, Kohl's Rewards members save 15% on home purchases. So shop Kohl's Home Refresh and move on to spring. The weather will catch up eventually. Select styles. Offer ends March 1st. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Protect your home and auto. Save when you bundle. Get a quote at Progressive.com. This is the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate while walking my dog. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. But I can't use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. So when it comes to driving, please, don't be a multitasker.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
How serious is youth vaping?
Irreversible lung damage serious. 1 in 10 kids vape serious, which warrants a serious conversation from a serious parental figure like yourself. Not the seriously know-it-all sports dad or the seriously smart podcaster. It requires a serious conversation that is best had by you. No, seriously, the best person to talk to your child about vaping is you. To start the conversation, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Michigan. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the University of Michigan and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the University of Michigan.
At the half, Michigan leads at Purdue 48-32. Time for another check of scores. An active night in the Big Ten, but not until later on. 8:30 is the next game after ours. UCLA wraps up its Michigan swing at MSU. Spartans have dropped 3 of their last 4 coming in, tied with Wisconsin now in the Big Ten standings for 5th coming into tonight. The Badgers also tip at 8:30. They're against Ohio State on the road in Columbus. 9 o'clock, Nebraska also on the road going to Carver Hawkeye to battle Iowa. Huskers start the night tied for 3rd with Purdue in the Big Ten standings. And then at 10:30 in the bottom half of the league, Oregon welcomes in Minnesota. Top 25, a lot going on right now. 7 minutes to go in the first half in Gainesville. Number 12, Florida, up double digits on South Carolina already. 29-17 Gators. That's 10-2 in the SEC against 2-10. A couple of ranked teams trailing. 8:50 to go in the first half in Raleigh. 16th ranked North Carolina down to NC State 25-16. Number 18, St. Louis, perfect in A-10 play, trailing on the road at Rhode Island 25-22 Rhodey. 8 minutes to go in the first half there. 21st ranked Louisville is down at SMU 34-28. Mustangs lead under 8 timeout in the first half. And then undefeated number 22, Miami, Ohio, has a 28-22 advantage on the road at UMass with 6 minutes to go in the first half in Amherst. Later on tonight, number 13, Texas Tech travels to Arizona State at 11 to round out the night in college hoops. Again, 20 minutes in our game complete. It's Michigan 48, Purdue 32. Brian, a look at the first half numbers when we return as you listen to Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Champions Circle is the leading Michigan athletics fan engagement community. We connect fans with once-in-a-lifetime experiences, produce public and private events, offer club memberships, and operate an online retail store, selling exclusive apparel, trading cards, autographs, and other memorabilia featuring Michigan student athletes. To become a member or learn more about how you can support your favorite Michigan student athletes, visit championscircleufm.com. Champions Circle is a proud sponsor of University of Michigan Athletics.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed. Plus free home delivery with any bed and base. Ends Monday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
When you tell someone what team you cheer for, do they apologize? Does your first childhood memory involve crying on a Jumbotron? Then you may be a fan of a BST or bad sports team. Luckily, when you bundle your home and auto insurance with Progressive, you're protected from things like fire damage caused by violently unplugging the TV. Or an accidental overhand left to the drywall. Visit Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Covered subject to policy terms. Not available in all states or situations.
First half from the Maize and Blue. They lead here at Purdue 48-32 in a matchup of 1 versus 7. Wolverines shooting 50%. Purdue 40% as we dig into the first half stats brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. The big area is that Michigan is shooting 50% from deep. That's 8 for 16. They also have all 9 of the game's free throws. 8 of 9 from the stripe is Michigan. Wolverines also +7 on the glass, 21-14. And they have scooped up 14 second chance points. Individually, Adai Mara and Yaxel Lendeboer leading the way with 10 apiece for Michigan. Morez Johnson Jr. has added 4. The big 3 in the first half, 24 points, 15 rebounds, 6 assists, and 1 turnover. Outside of Mara and Lendeboer, no one has more than 5, yet every Wolverine who has played at least 3 points. For Purdue, Trey Kaufman-Renn has 14 of the team's 32 points. He has taken 15 of their 35 shots in this ballgame. Otherwise, 8 from Fletcher Lawyer and 8 from Omar Mayer. The only other Boilermaker with points, Daniel Jacobson. He has 2. I did not say Braden Smith. Scoreless, 5 assists, 1 turnover, but he has not scored on 0 for 4 shooting. That's your first half stats segment brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. Wolverines up at Purdue, 48-32. We'll get Terry's first half thoughts and bring you the second half next. Hear from Mackey. This is Michigan Basketball from Clearfield.
Wolverines fans, it's time to join the University of Michigan Credit Union, the leaders and best in local banking. We are here to help you stay on top of your game with competitive loan rates and championship service to meet all your financial needs. Access your account with our conveniently located branches and ATMs, 24/7 online banking, and our mobile app. To learn more about our services or find a branch near you, visit umcu.org. UMCU is a proud partner of Michigan Athletics. The University of Michigan Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA.
When people yell, "Go Blue," most people think of the Michigan Wolverines. Hail to the victors, the maize and blue. But what does Go Blue mean in the liquor store? It means go for a long drink. Go for the blue can with undefeated flavor. A refreshing mix of citrus, sparkling soda, and a kick of real liquor. So go blue. Then go blue. For the Wolverines, we mean long drink. Proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. 5.5% alcohol by volume. Gin with natural flavors. Copyright 2024. The Long Drink Company, Carmel, Indiana. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey, Michigan, not every injury happens on the court. Car wrecks, hospital mistakes, slip and falls. When you're hurt, you need more than a quick sub off the bench. You need America's largest injury law firm. There's a reason Morgan & Morgan has over 1,000 lawyers and 100 offices nationwide. A reason we've recovered more than $30 billion for people just like you. And a reason we never charge a dime unless we win. Morgan & Morgan, proud partner of Michigan Athletics. Injured? Just dial pound law. Morgan & Morgan. Michael Hanna, 150 West Jefferson Avenue, Detroit, 48226. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Wolverines with a 16-point lead, 48-32. They had a 16-0 run in the first half. That's been the difference as we welcome you back to the game brought to you by Founders Brewing Company. Terry Mills, so much to like from those first 20 minutes. What stood out to you?
Yeah, well, Michigan allowed their defense to travel. When you talk about that 16-0 run, Michigan flexed their muscles with their defense. And right now they're playing good basketball, but you have to understand Purdue's a good basketball team. They're going to try to put a run together. It's up to Michigan to see how they're going to react when that run does come down. I'm more impressed with those 14 assists on 16 field goals. Michigan is sharing the wealth, and when they share the wealth, they're at their best.
Wolverines have played 9 players today. All 9 have at least 3 points, 8 have a rebound, and 6 have at least 1 assist so far. Our welcome brought to you by Founders Brewing Company. It's not a Michigan game day without a Michigan-made beer. Founders Brewing Company, proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. Welcome to Craft. Obviously plenty to feel good about, but a reminder, at Michigan State a few weeks back, Michigan led by 16 at the half. Michigan State ended up having the lead with less than 7 minutes to play before the Wolverines surged and finished it out. This is not over, especially in a special venue like Mackey Arena, where Purdue has won 83% of its games.
Where you probably had both coaches give that same message. Coach Painter probably said, well, look, they were down, we're up 16, this happened. And then, Coach May is saying, hey, we had a 16-point lead in East Lansing and gave it up. So let's take care of business here. Let's close this game out. So
Purdue starts with the basketball. 4 of their 5 starters out there. Oscar Clough with 3 fouls out. Daniel Jacobson in. Kaufman-Renn jiggies to the right baseline. Missed it off the left side of the rim. And the rebound down to Michigan. Both Kaufman-Renn and Johnson spill to the deck. Play on as Kaufman-Renn misses what is his 16th attempt of the game. Lendeborg whips one in. Deflected out of bounds. Last touch Purdue was intended for Mara. Kaufman-Renn has not been used as much as an offensive scorer this year. In his last 10 games coming in, he had 10 or fewer attempts in 9 of those games. He has 16 of their 37 attempts in this one alone.
Yeah, it's almost like Trey Kaufman-Renn from a year ago.
Exactly.
So
when he scored 20 points a game against Michigan. Another one knocked out of bounds off the inbound. So Cadeau has it left baseline to Johnson. Back over Cadeau. Wide open left corner 3. Splash! Michigan, and going back to the well from 3. 9th triple in 17 tries. That was a flawless blob call there. 51-32 Michigan.
Yeah, just smart basketball by the Wolverines. I mean, it's always been said that the most dangerous person is the person that's taking the ball out of bounds.
Off a curl, left wing Lawyer, short on a 3. Rebound tap by Lendeborg to Cadeau. Left to right comes Michigan. Cadeau, lob up, caught by Mara. Tipped it up, didn't get it to fall. 3 chances, gets a 4th, leans in low block right. Still working against Jacobson, who has an inch on him. Lost the handle, ball knocked out of bounds by Burnett. They're going to say it is Purdue's basketball. We'll see if Michigan wants to review. Up 51-32. 18:48 to play here in the ball game.
Man, you'd want to talk about a mugging. Man, Mara had to pull his arm out of there once or twice. And
I think there were probably 2 fouls on Purdue and maybe an offensive goaltend on Mara. A lot going on. The officials have swallowed their whistle in this ball game. There have only been a combined 10 fouls in this one. 51-32 Michigan, 18:48 to play.
Yeah, and I tell you, Purdue has elected to go to small ball here. So
that was Jack Benter comes in for Jacobson. Around the right wing, here comes Braden Smith, fades away. Rainmaker over Mara goes down, and the ball got stuck in the net, which is knotted over to our left. Don't see that very often. So a brief stoppage. C.J. Cox gets it out of the basket. 51-34 Michigan. Wolverines lead down to 17, a minute and a half in second half.
Yeah, tough shot there by Braden Smith. Talking about he was 0 for 4 to start off.
And they're going to say a foul on a dive Mara and a legal screen. I'm guessing that was something Matt Painter talked to the officials about, because that was an emphatic third foul whistled on a dive Mara.
Yeah, he rejected the screen. So, I mean, how was it a screen and he rejected it?
In any event, Mara's third foul sends him to the bench. After on that weird sequence where he was volleyballing the basketball to himself, Mara secured a double-double, his 5th this year, 7th collegiately. 10 points, 10 boards, but he takes his seat. Roddy Gale Jr. in there for Michigan. Wolverines lead is 17, early second half. Kaufman-Renn high to the right side for the gold-clad Boilermakers. Shovel it Smith, drives in, whip it Kaufman-Renn, leans in, floats, misses, but he got fouled, and Kaufman-Renn will shoot Purdue's first free throws of the game at the 18:09 mark of the second half. And the Boilers down 17. Wolverines with 2 quick fouls. That one number 2 individually on the Axel Lendeborg.
Yeah, well, Michigan's got to get back to getting that containment on Braden Smith again. I told you he can put his fingerprints all over this game, not just by scoring, but also with passing. So
Kaufman-Renn, a 63%er at the line, cashes in the first. 15 points on the night for Kaufman-Renn. 51-35 Michigan. The righty's second. Another swish, 51-36. 15-point Michigan lead. The Mackey Arena crowd trying to muster a rally from Purdue, who has lost twice here to 2 top 10 teams, Illinois and Iowa State. Right side Lendeborg, in between the circles, Johnson. Zigzags to the point, takes it in, and a foul on the floor as Cadeau took a lick, got blasted to the deck. Foul comes on Daniel Jacobson for Purdue, and Jacobson picks up number 3, Purdue's first of the half. 17:53 left, Michigan 51, Purdue 36. Wolverines 2.5 games up on Purdue in the Big Ten race. Wolverines atop that loss column by 2 on several teams. Left side, Cadeau drives it on Lawyer. Skip it toward Gale. Was deflected, intercepted. Cox got in there first, and then Lawyer comes up with it here for Purdue. Cox has been pretty quiet in this one. No points, 12 minutes. Came in with back-to-back double-digit performances. Smith zips it Cox left side. English is a pass, high block left. Kaufman-Renn defended by Burnett. Number 4 versus number 4. Whips a pass right side. Cox shoots a 3. Missed it strong. Rebound back tap by Kaufman-Renn to Smith. And then a foul on the floor on Roddy Gale Jr. Kaufman-Renn urging this Mackey Arena crowd to get into it. Gale picks up foul number 2, and the Wolverines already with 3 here in this second half. And it looks like Purdue's is going to go with that kind of offense for defense switch. Jacobson leaves, Benter back in. Still no Oscar Clough here in this second half for Purdue. Baseline left. Fletcher Lawyer analyzes, chucks it up high to the left side. Kaufman-Renn 17-15 remaining, 51-36 Michigan. Purdue the basketball. Smith works left baseline, shot fake, leans in. He got Johnson off his feet. Smith able to trigger a shot that was nowhere close, but he induces a couple of free throws as Rez saddled with his first foul. And Braden Smith, he's a good free throw shooter, 77% to the stripe for the first time for him today.
Yeah, that's a Braden Smith patented move there to be able to make that strong move and then use that pump fake at the end of it. So
first one from Smith up and good.
Yeah, if you're Rez, you're not the first one that went for that pump fake.
So 51-37, Michigan Wolverines have coughed it up 3 times in the last 2:17. They had 4 total before that. Smith connects on both. 51-38. What was once a 20-point lead has dwindled to 13. 17:04 left. Cadeau past the timeline. Lob it up high to the left wing, Johnson. Around a modest hedge from Yaks. Push past right wing, Burnett. Back to Cadeau, right wing. Considers a 3, instead vacates left point. Burnett trudges into the paint. Jumping pass, and then a reach-in foul on C.J. Cox before Burnett disposed of it to Cadeau.
Yeah, if you're Michigan, you definitely don't want to lose your aggression. So good to see Amari Burnett still trying to get downhill, get 2 feet in the paint.
Inbound Lendeborg has it right point for the blue-clad Wolverines. In front 51-38, 16:45 left. Lendeborg had it poked away by Smith. Here come the Boilermakers right to left. Smith, feed left side Lawyer, shot fake. Got Cadeau up, shoots a 3, barely grazes front iron, and it goes out of bounds. Smart by Johnson. It would have been a tough rebound catch. He lets it be a team rebound out of bounds. Michigan's ball, and Lawyer was nowhere close on that one.
Yeah, Michigan's got to come up with something positive during this possession here. We talked about them getting a couple turnovers. They're not turnovers for touchdowns, but got to take better care of the basketball.
Michigan by 13. Gale with the basketball, right wing. Dribbling with it against Smith. Backs him down, spins, leans, kicks left corner. Burnett shot fake. Over to the point, Cadeau. Shot clock at 8. Cadeau shoots straight on 3. It swirls home. Elliot Cadeau, cold, cool, and collected, makes his 3rd triple today. He's got 44 on the year. 54-38 Michigan, halting a 6-0 Purdue run.
Yeah, and that's how you take the gas out of a team.
Poked away by Michigan, deflects to Lendeborg. Here's Burnett, clean runway for a 2-hand crunch. 5-0 counter punch Michigan, 56-38 Maize and Blue.
Yeah, flex your muscles with the defense.
5-0 in the snap of a finger. Turn the volume from 10 down to about 3, as low as it goes here at Mackey. Right elbow extended, Kaufman-Wren. Sizes up Gale, spins on him, takes it strong off the glass for 2. Right block over Johnson. Kaufman-Wren up to 18, and Purdue's within 16, 56-40. 15:23 left. Media stoppage, next dead ball. Johnson head down, pauses right elbow, tried to deposit it toward Gale, deflected by Smith. Johnson got it back, gives Gale, trudges in, scoop, hit it, blocked by Jacobson. Here comes Lawyer for Purdue. Boy, Jacobson at 7'4", he's got some size to him. Then just flung Cadeau off the footing there as it's a play-on situation again. Left side Smith, skip it Kaufman-Wren, has Cadeau on a switch. Shot clock down to 12, 56-40 Michigan. Kaufman-Wren spins Cadeau off of his sneakers, laid it up and in low on the left. 14-point game, Michigan by a 56-42 margin. Wolverines want a timeout and they take it. Purdue +2 in the second half. They're within 14 at 56-42. 14:42 left. We'll pause for this timeout of the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Gambling can be fun.
Here we go.
Kind of like skydiving. The thrill, the excitement. But be careful, or gambling will start to feel like skydiving without a parachute. For tips that will help keep you out of harm's way, go to don'tregretthebet.org. A message from the Michigan Gaming Control Board. Have a gambling problem? Call the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER.
Brian and Terry are back in 1 minute. This is Michigan Basketball from Learfield.
There is nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside to enjoy while you cheer on your team. Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. proud sponsor of the Alumni Association of the University of Michigan. Sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Introducing Celsius, the energy you need for Michigan basketball. Pop open a can of Celsius and experience a refreshing taste made with proven ingredients, zero sugar, and essential vitamins, helping you keep up with every play and celebration. Whether you're in the Chrysler Center or cheering from your couch, Celsius keeps you energized for every basket. Find Celsius at a retailer near you or at Celsius.com. Celsius. Live fit. Go.
Wolverines leading here at Purdue 56-42 with 14:42 to play. A win, and Michigan likely ousts Purdue from contention in the Big Ten race while adding to their chance. Michigan coming in 14-1 in the league. Purdue 11-3. Ryan Bush, Terry Mills, Tony Butler, Rob Joyce. Be sure to subscribe to Go Blue Podcast. Wide range of audio content for you there. Michigan basketball talk on Defend the Block. Tony Alford coming up. Michigan running backs coach on In the Trenches tomorrow. Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Terry, this place is loud. Mackey always is. Purdue certainly had a little bit of momentum there, but only a 2-point advantage from Purdue in the first 5+ minutes.
Yeah, well, if you're Michigan, you want to play this game in 5-minute increments. You know, you win 5 minutes, win 5 minutes. You want to do it that way and kind of take away all their runs if you can. And Michigan's done a good job at getting back in transition and not allowing them to press forward.
Oscar Clough gets his first run in the second half. The starter, one of the prized portal targets in college basketball, who came in averaging 10.5 points and 7.5 rebounds a game. Picked up 3 first-half fouls. He has 0 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 turnover in 9 minutes so far. Joined by Lawyer, Smith, Hoffman-Wren, and Harris. Michigan with the basketball. Lendeborg inbounding. Johnson, Gale, Cadeau, and Burnett on the floor. 14:40 left wing. Lendeborg open for a 3, and it's strong. Rebound Harris with no contention for the gold-clad Boilermakers. Far sideline jogs Braden Smith, one of the all-time greats at the point guard spot. Free throw line pulls up, missed it well short. Rebound Burnett. Michigan left to right without numbers. Burnett trudges into the paint, wheels it back out, jumping pass right side Cadeau, takes a pass right, drives in, floats right lane line and swishes it down. Smith tried to coax a charge, no whistle, 2 points Michigan. Elliot Cadeau up to 11 on the game.
Yeah, what a smart play there by Namari Burnett, being able to be under control.
We'll do the under 16 media. We're at the 14-minute mark. Michigan in front by 16. Left wing Lawyer off a curl, takes it into the paint. A whistle and a foul on Michigan. Reach in style comes on Gale. His third already, the 5th for Michigan here in the half. From jerseys to hats and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Michigan 58, Purdue 42. 13:54 to play in this top 10 clash at Mackey and on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
When you have a gambling problem, you have a money problem.
10 gallons of gas, cash or credit?
Yesterday's lottery ticket won't fill up your tank. Because when you're feeding a gambling problem...
Okay, your grocery total is $98.
It's difficult putting food on the table, paying your bills, and keeping your life together. If you or a loved one is struggling with gambling, get free confidential help at michigan.gov/problemgambling. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
People can't have access to quality medical care without affordable health insurance. At Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, we understand increasing health insurance costs are becoming more of a strain on the budgets of the businesses and people we serve. Affordability matters. It affects real families, real decisions, and real care. That's why at Blue Cross, we're dedicated to finding solutions. To learn about this critical issue and our efforts to make healthcare affordable for all, visit mibluedaily.com/affordability today.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, exclusive freight partner of Michigan Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Michigan a 16-point lead, matching the halftime margin, 58-42, 13:54 remaining here in West Lafayette. Nothing says home like Aunt Millie's, whether it's pregame breakfast, tailgate sliders, or postgame comfort food. Aunt Millie's is baking memories from their family to yours. Pick up all your Aunt Millie's favorites at your local Meijer. Aunt Millie's, closer to home. Purdue with the basketball out of the media stoppage. Right baseline, Kaufman-Renn going to work on Lendeborg. Works into the paint. Pivots right block. Shot fake. Clears out. Reversed and missed it strong. Good contest. Johnson. And Rez cleans up the rebound for his 6th of the night.
Yeah, you just can't let Trey Kaufman-Renn get back to that, over that left shoulder. That's where he wants to go. So
LJ Kaysen's first run of the second half. Lob it up. Deflected catch by Johnson. Then poked out of bounds. And it's deflected by Johnson out of bounds after Fletcher Lawyer got his paws in there. Good work from Lawyer defensively to force for Michigan. Just turnover number 9, but they have committed 5 in this half. Purdue the basketball, trailing Michigan 58-42, 13-18 to play. Smith head down, curls with the right elbow. Contact between Cadeau and Kaufman-Renn. Kaufman-Renn with a walk, but it's a play on. After that, they're letting them play here tonight, there's no doubt. Kaufman-Renn a little shove on Johnson, banging with him, pivots right block, finger roll, got it to go over the left side of the rim for 2. 22 for TKR. He has half of Purdue's points. Michigan's lead down to 14. 58-44, 12:50 remaining. Left corner, Lendeborg drives left baseline, shut off by a double team, and he threw it off. Benter, one of the men guarding him. Lendeborg requesting some help here. He was telling, pretty animated, a couple of teammates that what he wanted there, didn't get any help cutting the basket, but he's able to rescue the possession. Benter out, and
he's talking about Trey Kaufman-Renn. He's got not only half of their points, but half of their attempts. So
Lawyer also out. Harris returns, as does Meyer for Purdue. 12:42 left. Michigan up 58-44. Cadeau dances into the paint. Lob it up. High Baker got the roll. Elliott Cadeau up to 13 to lead the Wolverines. Plus 6 assists. 60-44 Michigan. 12.5 left in a quiet Mackey Arena. Left side, Smith curls around a Clough screen. Pops up a right point 3 that goes on a rattle. 13-point lead for Michigan. Once again, Purdue going with that delay of game that didn't get called. And Michigan slowly brings it up. Mara, handoff left side, Cadeau. Clearing some space against Harris. Now against Kaufman-Renn. Jump stop in the lane. Floats it and scores it. Elliott Cadeau has been brilliant since halftime. A dozen for Michigan since the break. 62-47 Wolverines.
And I tell you, this game is getting real physical right now. They're allowing a lot of grabbing and holding and on these screen rolls. So
Smith snakes his way to the right elbow. Lob it up, Clough. Banks got fouled after a miss. And Adai Mara has his 4th at the 11:43 mark. And that one, Mara got his money's worth. Time out of the floor. Wolverines 62. Boilermakers 47. Oscar Clough has 2 free throws for home-standing Purdue. When we come back, this is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
King K Cash is here. Celebrate with beads and big wins at Saginaw Eagles Landing Casino and Hotel. Every Saturday in February from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., one guest punches the King Cake board. Match 2 pairs and win a share of $40,000 in cash and premium play. Find the Mardi Gras baby for an extra $100 in premium play. Then at 10 p.m., one lucky guest will win the weekly grand prize of $5,000 cash. Only at Saginaw Eagles Landing Casino and Hotel. Real fun, real friendly. Visit Saginaw-EaglesLanding.com for complete rules and details.
Today's game is brought to you by Sleep Number. Save on personalized comfort during Sleep Number's President's Day sale. Their best deals are on now. Limited time only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com. This is the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
And here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade.
Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot fast and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Michigan, a 62-47 lead here at Purdue in beating 172 all-time between the Wolverines and Boilermakers. Sixth time ever as top 10 foes. Michigan has led most of the way. Score more with the college-branded Venmo debit card. Rep your team with every tap. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A. Select schools available. Why don't we pause 10 seconds for station identification? This is Michigan basketball from Learfield. So glad you're with us for this clash of preseason number one versus current number one. Michigan's first time at the top of the AP poll since January of 2013. Brian Bush, Terry Mills, Tony Butler, Rob Joyce, Oscar Clough at the free throw line. A line drive free throw pops out of there for the 70%er. And Clough still scoreless today. 62-47 Michigan still. And how about, Terry, Elliot Cadeau as Clough makes the second and cuts it to 14.
He's been special. I tell you what, when Elliott makes the right decisions with the basketball, he's hard to deal with. And right now, he's done a good job at taking care of the basketball and making the right decisions and dishing it off.
Has 12 of Michigan's 14 points in the second half. Right pocket, Lendeborg. Dump it down, high block, right, Johnson. Timer at 10. Terminates the dribble, right point. Leave it for the freshman McKinney. Weaves his way left wing. Steps back, shoots a three. Well short. Rebound, Kaufman-Wren for Purdue. Boilermakers with the basketball, 62-48 Michigan, 11-11. Make a wish on this critical Tuesday night here in West Lafayette. Smith had it poked away. Lendeborg plucks it from him. Smith slow to get up. Up ahead, Kaysen leans in, takes it strong, banked it and scored it. LJ Kaysen up to 7. Mike Boynton Jr., ever the next play mentality, ushering Michigan's defense back down the floor. 64-48 Mason Blue. Kaufman-Wren, the offense for Purdue with 22, has it left wing. High to the right side, Meyer. Right side, here's Harris. Dump it down, Kaufman-Wren. Faces up against Lendeborg. Works into the paint, pivots, hooks left-handed, scores it. Kaufman-Wren has 24 points on 21 attempts, 64-50. Michigan's lead down to 14.
Yeah, he's got points, but I tell you what, they've been high volume, so.
And Braden Smith has just 7 points and 5 assists. Right wing Lendeborg. Off the dribble against Kaufman-Wren. Lob it up high to the left wing, Kaysen. Crouch dribble, left-handed. Around a screen from Johnson. Poked away, ball on the deck. Meyer fighting for it, and a jump ball. Possession arrow maintains the Michigan possession. Shot clock at 7, 10:07 remaining. 64-50 Michigan, and Will Cheddar chimes in for Yaxel Lendeborg. Cadeau, Kaysen, Johnson, Cheddar, and McKinney on the floor. So the Wolverines have just 2 starters out there. But everybody scored at least 3. Everybody but Cheddar has a rebound. And everybody but Gale has an assist. Out of the right side, Kaysen takes it right baseline, lob it and scored it on a swish from 5 feet away. Kaysen up to 9. As Dusty said this week, growing up in front of our eyes, 66-50 Michigan, 9:50 remaining.
Yeah, you want to talk about recognition and unselfishness basketball.
Right side, Smith a 3, and it goes. Braden Smith up to 10 points all in the second half. 66-53, Boilers within 13. McKinney in between the rings for the blue-clad Wolverines, trying to extend their program record start to 25-1. Cadeau, left point, no-look feed, right side, McKinney, rebuttal 3. Oh, yeah! Trey McKinney from long range. 69-53 Michigan, 9:17 left.
Man, L.A. Cadeau, man, he's a dealer, man. It's almost like he's at the casino playing cards right now.
Free throw line, Smith. He jumps it up, clanks out of there. Rebound in the grasp of Kaufman-Wren, fighting for a timeout, and he gets it. That was a 1-on-3 rebound from Kaufman-Wren, who's playing his tail off tonight with 24 of Purdue's 53 points. That's his 6th rebound. And hey, I know timeouts are precious, but for Purdue, trailing Michigan by 16, every possession is essential, and he rescues that one with a timeout.
Yes, he did. I mean, it's not from lack of effort. I mean, he went up and got it, and one of those guys, you got to find a way to put a body on him because he's relentless. He's kind of a Rez type player. He's not going to take plays off, and right now he's playing with a whole lot of confidence.
Wolverines have led ever since Purdue started with a 7-2 advantage. The last lead officially was 11-10 for Purdue. Since then, all Michigan. They've bumped it as high as 20. This is after last year, Michigan never led in a 91-64 loss. And then 2 years ago, the 8-24 season for Michigan in the national runner-up year for Purdue, it was 99-67, and it wasn't that close. 9:05 to play, 69-53 Michigan. Purdue with the basketball. Harris triggers with Meyer, Kaufman-Wren, Smith, and Clough awaiting it. Michigan, that same grouping, Cadeau, Kaysen, McKinney, Cheddar, and Johnson. Center jump, Smith in those bright pink sneakers on this Tuesday night in West Lafayette. Drifts to the right side, this Braden Smith, one of the best point guards in college basketball history. Right baseline, Kaufman-Wren leans into Kaysen, spins with 4 on the timer, fades away, hook shot and air ball, and then a loose ball foul comes on Rez. Weak side, and that's a tough one because it is an air ball. No, they're going to say it's on Will Cheddar on a tug, maybe even before that air ball came down. So Cheddar picks up what is Michigan's 7th foul, Cheddar's first individual, and that sends Oscar Clough to the line, where he was 1 of 2 earlier in the half.
Yeah, you really kind of hate to see Michigan not come up with that because they've done everything right. They really did a good job at defending Trey Kaufman-Wren, got him to shoot an air ball, which is hard to rebound.
Front end of the 1-and-1. Airborne, rattles in. Back to a 15-point game. 69-54, Michigan, 8:48 left. Fletcher Lawyer in, as is Jack Benter for Purdue. Michigan shuttles out Elliot Cadeau, and Roddy Gale Jr. enters. Purdue sends out Trey Kaufman-Wren and Jakari Harris. So they've got Smith, Lawyer, Benter, Meyer, and the free throw shooter Clough.
Yeah, what a stint there by...
Well short free throw rebound Gale.
By Elliot Cadeau. I mean, just solid play, and love the rotations that Dusty May is running right now. Be able to get him a rest, and we've got LJ Kaysen that can come to life right now.
Johnson, handoff Kaysen. Dribbles to the elbow, feed it inside. Here's Johnson, who missed the easy layup low on the left. Oh, that was one Rez would love to have back. Rebound Purdue. Michigan by 15. Shot fake Smith. Might have gotten away with a walk. Dump it down. Here's Clough working against Johnson. Spins into the paint. Left-handed bounce. Shot fake. Leans in. Pivots. Hooks. Missed it off the front iron. Rebound Rez. He and Cheddar. Little friendly fire, but Michigan maintains it. Up by 15. 8:08 to play. McKinney backs down Meyer. Freshman on freshman. Lob it out high to the left. Kaysen. Off the dribble. Kaysen. Shut off at the right point. Recoils at the center jump. Michigan, no need to hurry, up 15. Kaysen settles with 8 on the shot clock. Bowls a pass over to Johnson, and it's wrestled away. A foul called on Rez as Smith came up with it. Not a bad pass there from Kaysen. And I'm guessing that'll be a loose ball foul called and a 1-and-1 for Braden Smith when we come back. 7:48 left. Michigan has led by double figures this entire half. Up by 15, 7:48 left. It's 69-54. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Experiencing a Wolverines game is a lot like life. We honor traditions. We shed tears for a loss, but also for a win. And every time we step on the court, it's a chance for greatness. Farm Bureau Insurance sees the connection and is a proud supporter of University of Michigan athletics. From financial security to a helping hand, Farm Bureau understands the experience matters. Find an agent who can protect what matters to you.
When facts are questioned, when trust falters, when the role of higher education is on trial, look to the University of Michigan to turn a public investment into the public good. From strengthening democracy through dialogue to advancing breakthrough cancer treatments, Michigan delivers the solutions the world needs most. For answers, for action, for all of us, look to Michigan. See more solutions at umich.edu/look.
Michigan fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Beer.
Honey, did you pay the rent this month? Because I just received a late notice.
Sorry, what's that?
Wait, are you gambling online again?
Me? No, not at all.
If managing the bills and your betting has become a challenge, self-excluding from online gambling or sports betting might be for you. Learn more at don'tregretthebet.org. A message from the Michigan Gaming Control Board. Have a gambling problem? Call the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER.
Michigan trying to put away the 7th-ranked team in the nation. They lead it here at Purdue, 69-54, 7:48 left. Ryan, Terry, Tony, and Rob with you. And when you're out of town and want to keep up with live college sports, download the free Varsity Network app. Available for both Apple and Android. Listen to College Sports Live with the Varsity Network app. But Terry, Michigan had such a great season last year, but they had some no-shows in games like this, and Michigan needed improved point guard play. Elliot Cadeau was one of the best players on the floor, maybe the most composed at Michigan State. He's done the same thing here, winning the one-on-one battle with Braden Smith, who's at the line, and he makes the first of the 1-and-1 free throws, 69-55 Michigan.
Yeah, he has been solid. I think it all boils down to Elliot's decision-making and him taking care of the basketball. He does those two things, and usually good things start to happen.
Smith makes both, give him 1,754 points in his Purdue career, 12th all-time. Oilers within 13, 69-56. Intercepted, Clough drives the other end, shot fake, and is poked away by Rez. Clough got it back, laid it up and in. Great hustle by Rez to try to keep it from being an 11-point game, but here it is. And a foul called on C.J. Cox, 65 feet from the basket on the other end, as C.J. Cox got a little greedy there, going for maybe another turnover for touchdown. It is Purdue's third foul of the half and number 2 on C.J. Cox.
Yeah, and those are the ones you want to avoid, those turnovers for touchdowns.
This Mackey Arena crowd relentless, even though Michigan's led by double figures for the entire half. Right baseline, Gale charges right side. Give it Lendebourg, kick left corner. McKinney a three. Oh yeah, again! 72-58. And the volume turns down yet again at Mackey. Michigan by 14.
And you said it. That volume goes from 10 to about 2 because Michigan seems to have that volume control.
Left elbow. Kaufman-Renn backs down against Johnson. Into that semicircle. Pivots, floats, and missed it strong. Rebound, Gale. Lost it on the deck. Saved by by Cadeau, who just flings it up to Lendebourg. Here comes Michigan near sideline. Johnson banged into Kaufman-Renn. Play on. Gale, free throw line. Leans in. Euros. Missed the finger roll over the front of the rim. Rebound, Kaufman-Renn after he popped himself back up. 72-58 Michigan. 6.5 to play in this top 10 clash. Michigan trying to all but eliminate Purdue for the Big Ten race. Here comes Smith into the paint. Shuttles it up there and scores it. Contested floater from 4 feet away. 72-60. Boilers not going away yet. 6:16 left here at Mackey. Lendebourg letting it roll past the timeline, shaving about 10 game seconds before the shot clock ignites. Right wing Lendebourg. And an elbow by Kaufman-Renn. He was trying to charge around Johnson. And Kaufman-Renn just kind of with a little elbow, olaying Rez. Kaufman-Renn picks up his first foul of the ball game. And Purdue's fourth of the half.
Yeah, as physical as this game has been, and as much banging as Trey Kaufman-Wren has had for him to pick up his first foul.
Gale out, Burnett in. Left wing, Cadeau has it for Michigan, team leader with 15 points and 7 assists. Lendeboard, lob it right side, Cadeau, shot clock at 10, considers a 3. Cadeau drives in on Kaufman-Wren. Bank is up, and no, he missed it. Tip rebound a few times, still loose, and Cadeau plucks it, and then threw it off Lawyer, near sideline, out of bounds. Multiple Wolverines touched it, but their star on this Tuesday night finished it off and settles another reset 20 for Michigan.
Yeah, I thought Michigan could have got a foul out of that there. I know it was a loose ball, but
I think that's even more devastating, as then Smith stole it away on the inbound, and then behind the back pass to rescue the possession. Lawyer 3 from 25 is an air ball, and that was a heat check from a cold player. Out of bounds. Michigan still up 72-60, 5:35 left. What was that?
yeah, I don't know. I mean, Michigan's getting a little careless with the basketball, but you have to ask yourself, what was that?
Warriors 0 for 3 in the half.
I think he was just trying to get something going.
Left side, Cadeau forces a foul on a three-point shot as a couple of Boilermakers had their arms near the palmed basketball of Elliot Cadeau. So EC, who's been the best player on the floor tonight, forces the C.J. Cox infraction. Third on him, 3 free throws for Michigan's number 3 in blue, up by 12.
It's just a smart play. I mean, EC has been running pick and roll action all game long and starting to recognize what's going on the pick and roll action.
Friendly roll for Cadeau. Back iron, backboard, each side of the rim, and then it tickled the twine, 73-60 Michigan. 5:23 left. Matt Painter barking at Larry Scarato. He hated that call. Second free throw, bullseye, easy swish. Michigan's 10 for 11 from the line today. Shooting into the most ominous student section in the Big Ten, the paint crew. Third, in and out, rebound Lawyer. Cadeau living up to that 68% mark at the stripe with a 2 for 3 trip, 74-60 Michigan, 5:15 remaining. Braden Smith detours right wing, hoists a 3, off to the left, rebound Kaufman-Wren, Bank scores, counted the foul, over Rez. It's Morez Johnson Jr.'s third, Kaufman-Wren up to 26 points, and he's going to the line for a chance at one more to try to cut it to 11.
Well, Rez kind of thought he got away with an elbow there, and Rez is not one to complain, I can tell you that. So something definitely happened.
Free throw up and good. A season-high 27 from Trey Kaufman-Wren. Most since Purdue's win over USC in the Big Ten tournament last year in Indianapolis. 74-63 Michigan. Lendeboard crawls it past the timeline, pestered by Trey Kaufman-Wren. Inside of 5 minutes to play here at Mackey. Burnett, feed the post, Johnson. One-on-one against Clough. Backs him down with 2, and now 3 right-handed skips. Leans in, pivots, in some trouble. Banked it up there, no. Rebound loose. Rez saves it. Goes back up. Front iron out. Third chance, he got fouled. Morez Johnson Jr. going to the line as Mackey engulfs the officials with boos. Matt Painter begging for a travel that never comes. Foul on Kaufman-Wren is second.
Yeah, well, he can beg all he wants. Rez just pretty much outworked the Boilermakers.
The bouncer getting dirty late night here at Mackey. 74-63 Michigan. Johnson to the line where he is 2 for 2 today and 80% on the season. Shakes that right shooting arm and hand before dribbling twice. Bends the knees, hoists and swishes. Michigan 11 of 13 from the line. One of the many key stats in this Michigan, right now, 12-point lead with 4:42 remaining. Johnson up to 5 points, 9 boards in 28 minutes. Lets the second fly, drains it. 76-63 Michigan, 4:42 left. Not over yet.
Yeah, well, this is where you flex your muscles once again from a defensive standpoint right now. And make sure you're finishing all defensive possessions What a rebound.
Smith and Cadeau battling, and then Smith threw it off Lawyer out of bounds. Lawyer simply drops it near sideline. Turnover Purdue, just their 6th. Yeah. Oh, that was gift wrapped.
Yeah, I don't know if it was just as simple as just dropped it. I mean, Michigan was denying and putting some pressure on the Boilermakers and forced that turnover.
76-63 Michigan, 4.5 to play. McKinney around a screen from Burnett. Trey has it, right wing, lob it up, caught left elbow by Burnett. Shot fake, handoff at Aymara, back into the ball game with 4 fouls. Left side, Lendeborg tries 3. Bullseye! Michigan's 13th triple, 79-63 Michigan. A whistle. Braden Smith fell to the deck. Not sure what happened. Maybe they'll call a foul, but they're going to at least do a media stoppage here. After Yax hits his 3rd 3 of the game, Michigan's 13th in 22 tries, and they'll do the media timeout here. They're going to review something. 4:16 to play. Michigan leading it 79-63. Should be a media. We'll wait to make sure. And it is a potential flagrant foul. I think they're going to review to see if anything on that Braden Smith sequence was...
Yeah, well, I think I didn't see exactly what happened, but I do know he did hit the deck. But there's been plenty of players that have hit the deck here just because of the physical play. So
let's pause. 4:16 left. 79-63 Michigan on the Wolverine Sports Network from Learfield.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Michigan basketball plays here.
Fires Wolf on the right wing. Splits 2. Over to Burnett. Left wing, a 3 for the win.
The Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Introducing Celsius, the energy you need for Michigan basketball. Pop open a can of Celsius and experience a refreshing taste made with proven ingredients, 0 sugar, and essential vitamins, helping you keep up with every play and celebration. Whether you're in the Chrysler Center or cheering from your couch, Celsius keeps you energized for every basket. Find Celsius at a retailer near you or at Celsius.com. Celsius. Live fit. Go.
Just like your favorite sports team, you need a solid defense to protect what's important to you. Whether it's your business, home, or auto, turn to Lake Michigan Insurance Agency and Michigan-based Frankenmuth Insurance to keep you covered. Visit Lake Michigan Insurance Agency today at www.lmiainsurance.org. That's www.lmiainsurance.org.
Michigan leading here at Purdue, and with 4:16 to play, we're keeping it here for the rest of this game. This last call presented by Founders Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. Not a Michigan game day without a Michigan-made beer. Founders Brewing Company, welcome to craft. Review goes begging, no extra whistle. Left side pops with a three-pointer that goes for Purdue. So they counter the Michigan triple with a 3 of their own to stay afloat. 79-66 Michigan inside of 4 minutes remaining. McKinney, Cadeau, Lendeborg, Johnson, and Mara on the floor. Left corner, Johnson, lob it up, caught by Lendeborg. Kick back out left wing. Extra feed right side, McKinney. He'll drive in. Shut off by Lawyer. Back to the left side, Cadeau. Chucks it up to the right corner. McKinney slides to the right, shoots a 3. It's short. One hop rebound secured by Lawyer. Snatched it away from Mara. Up ahead, Smith. Here come the Boilers, and reach and foul on Johnson. It's foul 4 on Michigan's 4-man Rez. He and Mara at that same mark as Braden Smith heads back to the free throw line. This will be a 2-shot opportunity on Michigan's 10th foul of the half.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he even touched him there. I mean, sometimes you got to let it play out there.
3:34 on a halted second half clock. Smith's first free throw. is good. 79-67. Boilermakers within 12. Smith, all 15 of his points since halftime, 5 assists. He came in averaging 9 a game, second nationally. He connects on both. He's been much more a scorer here. He goes 2 for 2 at the line, 79-68 Michigan. Full court press Purdue. Dangerous pass. Smith knocked it out of bounds. As Lendeboer kind of olayed it toward Cadeau, and Smith jumping, knocked down out of bounds. Michigan inbound baseline right now. Got to be a little more firm with that pass if you're Yaxel Lendeboer. Cadeau in front of that Purdue bench. He will be guarded along the baseline by Trey Kaufman-Renn as they squeegee off some of the condensation after the Braden Smith slide out of bounds. Inbound on a one-hop lob over to McKinney, who then tried to get Smith to foul him from behind. Purdue's going to relent on the press. Cadeau past the timeline with plenty of time to spare. Cadeau leans into Clough, high left-handed bounce, whips a pass over Lendeboer, into the first row of seats out of bounds. Wolverines' 13th turnover. Not done yet. 3:18 to play, 79-68. Purdue has not been within single digits this half.
Yeah, it wasn't necessary. I mean, this is where you get back to flexing your muscles from a defensive standpoint. A stop here pays dividends.
Center jump, Smith around a Clough screen, zigzags right elbow, jumping past Cox, bobbled it, lost it. Lendeboer fighting for it. Cox got it back past the half-court line. Here comes C.J. Cox with 8 on the timer. Steps back, got away with a walk. Shot a 3 that was blocked by Lendeboer. Deflects to Mara. One arm pass Yax. Leans in. Euros flip to McKinney. Yes. Laid it up and in.
What a smart play there, being able to control his body, because I tell you what, Lawyer was ready to lay down like playing dead in a cowboy movie there. So
81-68 Michigan. Left side, Cox a 3. Cadeau blocked it. Hit the bottom of the backboard. It is saved by Kaufman-Renn for Purdue. To Lawyer, shot fake, leans in. 3 ball, no good, and a foul called on McKinney. McKinney got off his feet. He barely touched Lawyer, but Fletcher Lawyer, an 88%er at the line, has 3 free throws, 2:28 left, 81-68 Wolverines. Lawyer, 8 points in this ball game, all in the first half. His first trip to the free throw line today, and a critical one. His first is good. He and Braden Smith have started every game of their Purdue careers. 136th tonight, tying Etwan Moore, who was so good for Purdue from 08 to 2012 for the most starts ever in Purdue history. Lawyer cashes in on the second. 81-70 Michigan. McKinney leaves, and LJ Kaysen in, Adai Mara leaves. McKinney went toward the scorer's table, and then he comes back.
He's put his unit in pretty much with 4 ball handlers right now,
and sending one player with 4 fouls. Mara to the bench for at least a brief moment. All 3 free throws good. It's to 10, 81-71. The Lawyer out. Jakari Harris in for defense. 2:28 left. 81-71 Michigan. Critical Big Ten matchup here in West Lafayette. Cadeau lob it up, caught on a jump by Lendeboer, who give it back to Cadeau. He chucks it up, caught by McKinney left elbow, and instead of going for a contested lay-in, the freshman, so smart, so wise beyond his years, elects to bleed some clock. Now Cadeau blows by Harris, spinning pass, left corner Lendeboer. He doesn't release, then a bad pass intercepted Harris, all the way to the other end, laid it up and in. 81-73, Purdue's closest in the second half. Right now with 2 minutes left, down 8. Everybody standing up and cheering here at Mackey. Center circle McKinney, spins on Harris, pauses left elbow to Rez left point, shot clock at 13. Handoff Kaysen, Michigan sophomore, playing so well as of late. Leading clock at 7, drives in, bumped by Smith and a foul. Number 7 on Purdue in the half, so a crucial 1-and-1 for LJ Kaysen, the sophomore, who shoots free throws at 70%. But he's never shot bigger free throws in as hostile of environment as he is right now. Adai Mara back in for Michigan. Trey McKinney exits. 101 seconds to play in regulation. Michigan 81, Purdue 73. Wolverines trying to win their first game as number one since January of 2013 and trying to effectively eliminate Purdue from the Big Ten title race. Cason's front end is a good free throw and a big one for LJ, 82-73 Michigan. Cason, the fifth Wolverine in double figures. He has 10 on 3 attempts. Second one. Got the friendly roll in hostile territory, 83-73 Michigan. Benter in, Clough out for the gold-clad Boilermakers.
Well, I'll tell you what, time is not on Purdue's side right now. So if Michigan can get them to run some clock, get a stop, rebound the basketball, and then get ready to get fouled and come back down on the other end.
Smith to the right lane line, scoops it up. No, but he got fouled by Adai Mara, and that's number 5 on Adai. Mike Boynton Jr. encouraging the team to go over to that bench because they get some time to talk about it. Adai Mara pleading his case, but Mara fouls out with 10 points and 11 rebounds. He was so critical in the first half. Second half, no points, 3 boards, just 5 minutes. It'll be a 2 free throw opportunity for Braden Smith, 83-73. 90 seconds to play. What a contest here tonight. So much on the line. Wolverines bring in Trey McKinney. So it'll be Cason, Cadeau, McKinney, Lendeborg, and Johnson on the floor for the Maize and Blue. Braden Smith, an all-timer. 12th in Purdue history in points. 6th in NCAA history in assists. 3rd in Purdue history in steals. And he's played more minutes than any other fourth-year player active in college basketball. First of 2 for Smith at the line is good, and he is a flawless 7 of 7 from the stripe. 83-74, Michigan's lead trimmed to 9. Harris in for Purdue. Lawyer exits that offense-defense switch from Matt Painter. One more from Smith. Airborne. Got it. 8-point game, 83-75. 90 interminable seconds to play. Cason lobs it up, caught at the half-court line by Lendeborg. Feed Johnson, goes up for the lay-in and scores it. Only a 4-second possession, but Purdue can't trade buckets for buckets. 85-75 Michigan. Smith steps back, right wing, 3 over Johnson, front iron and out. One-hop rebound, secured by Benter. Left side Harris, ponder to 3, give Benter, he shoots straight on 3. Front iron, no good again, and Rez reels in the right-handed fingertip rebound for Michigan. And then a big-time foul. Benter and Cadeau collide. Cadeau slow to get up. He's favoring his face as both Benter and Cadeau collided in front of the Purdue bench. 1:05 left, 85-75 Michigan. Cadeau has been brilliant tonight. 17 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds in 33 minutes. Cadeau still favoring his forehead. He's in some pain as he is on his feet, as is Benter.
Yeah, and I tell you, Coach Dusty Mays talking about it like, I mean, what's going on here? I mean, there was a lot of holding and grabbing on that last series that...
And indeed, the officials will take a look as we spotlight today's best in the game, brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game, but is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Terry, plenty of players to choose from. There were probably different answers as this game went along. Who's your best in the game?
Man, just so many to choose between. I think I'm going to go with Elliot Cadeau right now. I mean, I thought Elliot was the floor general, played a solid ball game on both ends of the floor. So he's going to be my player of the game, is Elliot Cadeau.
Review over, common foul on Benter, his first team's 8th. Elliot Cadeau readies for a 1-and-1 if he's able, and he appears to be. 1:05 remaining, 85-75. A Michigan win pushes the overall record to a program best 25-1 and 15-1 in the Big Ten, which would keep them at least 2 games up in the loss column on everybody else in the league. 2 years after Michigan came here as part of what would end up being a 3-17 Big Ten season, lose by 32 to a Purdue team that went 17-3 and played on that Monday night in April in the national championship game. It won't be Elliot Cadeau. He is on the bench. So Morez Johnson Jr. goes to the free throw line. Cadeau being consoled over there by Dusty May, Mike Boynton Jr., Akeem Miskadeen. You know Elliot wants to play. But right now, Rez at the stripe, 1-1 for Michigan. He's 4 of 4 at the line. Shoots the first and earns the second on a friendly hop. And now he's 1 free throw make away from his 6th double-double this year. And he's only taken 6 shots.
Yeah, well, we know how efficient he is, and he's a double-double machine. And we had an opportunity to talk with Coach Dusty May on the coaches show, and he said, Rez is a complete ball player.
Missed it short, though. His first free throw missed in 6 tries. 86-75 Michigan inside of a minute to play. Yaks pestering Smith, who drives to the paint. Kicker right point, 3-ball. Benter up and good. Purdue cuts it to 8. 86-78, 51.6 left. And Purdue takes its penultimate timeout. 86-78. Wolverines buoyed by 13 of 23 shooting from deep, 52% overall, and 15 of 18 from the line. The offense has been splendid here in a raucous arena, but it's been somewhat subdued because of the way Michigan has played here tonight.
Yeah, well, Michigan has flexed their muscles, has done everything they could to try to get this crowd taken out of the ball game, and it's got to be able to finish this game out. And how do you finish it out? Is strong rebounds. When you're fouled, step up to the free throw line and knock down free throws.
For Purdue, 27 for Trey Kaufman-Wren. He's got 10 rebounds as well for a double-double. It's his 13th as a college player. In the previous 12 games, Purdue is unbeaten. But right now, Wolverines have an 8-point lead, 86-78, 51.6 left. Elliot Cadeau is back out there. He will quarterback it in. Waiting, Johnson, Lendeborg, McKinney, and Kaysen. Benter bothers the inbounder Cadeau. Looks around, fires Kaysen, left baseline, into a double team, spins by Cox, lob it up, caught by Rez, all alone for a layup that goes. Counted the foul. Harris swiped at him, no issue for Rez, double-double secured, and a win moments away. 44.7 left, 88-78 Michigan. And just now do some of the Boilermakers fans start heading for the exits.
What a heads he played there. Michigan looking up the court. Reyes wide open on the other end. So
Michigan 6th in double figures. They're 2nd with a double-double. Mara, 10 points, 11 boards. He's fouled out. Johnson's free throw. Yes, sir. 89-78 Michigan. 44.7 left.
Yeah, make them run some clock. No silly fouls right now.
Again, Lendeborg guarding Smith. Right side. Gets Johnson on a switch. Leave it for Kaufman-Wren. Dunk blocked by Lendeborg from behind. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch, Purdue. 32.3 left. 89-78 Wolverines. How about that defensive stand? And Matt Painter's going to throw a desperation review. Why not? 32 seconds left, down 11. You may as well try it. Wolverines by 11. And here in this second half, they went to the break up by 16. Their smallest lead in the second half, 8 points. How about that?
Yeah, well, they had an answer, and we knew coming in, we discussed it at halftime that Purdue was going to make a run. You know, we knew that they were going to be on a run, and Michigan had answers. And maybe that was something they learned from the Michigan State game of being up 16 and then actually losing the lead in that game. So growth we're seeing right in front of our eyes with the Wolverines.
89-78 Wolverines, 32.3 left. This week has been circled for quite some time because of what Purdue has been to this Big Ten. They've been the measuring stick. And then Duke, a blue blood. Wolverines get them on Saturday in Washington, D.C. But the fact that Michigan has gotten to this point and they came in as the #1 team in the nation for the first time in more than 13 years. And to come on the road, listen, I can't wait for Saturday night. But in terms of what Michigan's trying to accomplish, this one was the more important one, even though Saturday's the more unique one. And Michigan sits here up 11 with 32.3 left trying to put it away.
Yeah, well, I think you give credit to Coach Dusty May and his staff for having this team prepared and dialed in. And Dusty always talks about what's the most important game? It's the next game. So that's the next game is Michigan's biggest game. They don't look ahead. And right now they're just trying to finish this one on out here.
Baseline left, Lawyer set to inbound for the Boilermakers. And I'll tell you, this is the most fan departure I've ever witnessed at this place. At least somber fan departure. Wolverines last one here during the bubble season. They last one here in front of fans in Franz Wagner's finest freshman year hour in early 2020 before the pandemic halted the season of the Big Ten tournament.
Well, it's not impossible to win here. It's just rare. So
I mean, look at the only two teams who have done it before, as long as this final 32.3 goes Michigan's way up by 11. Iowa State, how about their win last night against Houston? And Illinois, who that's going to be the last potential team that plays Michigan that's got a real chance to catch the Wolverines in the Big Ten hunt. Wolverines go there a week from Friday night. Those are the only two teams. Otherwise, Purdue's not. They've won 83% of their games here. And the call is reversed, so the challenge does work for Matt Painter. It is Purdue's basketball. Wolverines in front, 89-78, 32.3 left. Michigan has Johnson, Lendeborg, McKinney, Cadeau, and Kaysen on the floor. Lawyer inbounding to Kaufman, Wren, Benter, Cox, or Smith. They add a little bit of time. It's now 33 even on the clock. Timer at 18. Lawyer chucks it up, secured by Benter at the point. Hoists a three without a dribble. Missed it off to the left. Rebound Rez for Michigan. And he is fouled with 28.1 to play. Shot clock dark. And this one just about done. 89-78 Wolverines.
Yeah, and out of all the bad that they tried to make out what Rez said, and not Rez, excuse me, what Yak said, as you addressed it, that was in May when he said that. And to be fair, Purdue was ranked #1 at that particular time, and he was just basically saying he wanted to be a part of Michigan beating or being #1. So that's in all fairness to him, but unfortunately, whoever had that particular video decided they wanted to post it during that particular time to make Yaks kind of look bad, but...
And it was a mistake, no doubt, as Johnson misses both free throws. Rebound, Kaufman-Wren. 89-78 Michigan. 25 seconds left. Smith slices his way to the left wing. Has Johnson on him defensively. Drives into the paint. Leans in. Banker, no, but he's going to the line for a chance at 2 more. But 18.3 left. Michigan can start celebrating. They're up 89-78. Roddy Gale Jr. out there to the scorer's table for Michigan. What an outstanding performance. That is number 5 on Rez, so he's done. Michigan getting basically a free brief timeout. And then Randy Richardson telling the Wolverines they need to get back out on the floor, but they get some time. Now, I mean, definitely you want to make sure on a digital-only channel you get to the upcoming programming of the Event is Over slide.
Yeah, well, if he's in such a rush to get out of here, tell him to stop filing because we have a long way to go home.
Braden Smith's first free throw is good. 89-79, Michigan in front by 10, 18.3 left. One more for Smith. He got it. 20 points for Braden Smith, all since halftime. 89-80, Michigan. Some press from Cadeau. Give it Casey, double team on, and a foul, reach-in style coming on Purdue. So L.J. Kaysen heads to the other side of the floor. Both teams in the double bonus, so L.J. Kaysen has himself a pair of free throws. He's one of 6 Wolverines in double figures. 17 from Cadeau, 13 McKinney and Lendeboard, 12 from Johnson, 11 and potentially more Kaysen, 10 Morrow. Kaysen's first is a swish, 90-80 Wolverines.
Well, here's the thing about Michigan. You don't know how they're going to come at you. You don't have one particular player that you can say, if we key on him, then we can shut Michigan down because Michigan can come at you at waves.
Second one follows in the first. 91-80 Michigan, likely the final possession for Purdue. 16 seconds left. Smith past the timeline. Shoots up a .3 and missed it off to the right. Rebound loose. Kaufman-Renn saves it. Throws up a prayer off the heel. No good. Rebound Gale. It's all about what you done for me lately. Current number 1. Knocks off preseason number 1 at Purdue. Michigan 91. And the Boilermakers 80. Michigan a 15-1 Big Ten record. Wolverines in command on most in the Big Ten as they all but eliminate the Purdue Boilermakers from contention. Plenty to talk about on the postgame show. We'll do it with Rob Joyce anchoring our coverage next. Michigan 91, Purdue 80. This is Wolverines basketball from Learfield.
We asked our team, why did you choose to work for Michigan Medicine? Here are some of their answers.
Being able to interact with patients, offer them hope, and hopefully giving them care that they couldn't receive anywhere else is the biggest thing.
Because it's the best of the best. We have great benefits. We have great leadership.
I love what I do. This is a place where you want to be if you're looking to make change.